Hello everybody and welcome to patch 3.5 and a weekly number 5 for the GITCG tournament. I'm your host Kojo and joining me today is my co-caster Torin.
Hey everyone! The format for today's tournament will be best of one, 5 rounds of Swiss. The player who gets first will get a special $50 prize this week.
That's right. $50 is a pretty crazy prize. What would you do with $50 in Primo Gems?
Cool, probably.
Roll, true. What about a skin? Don't you want skins? Who's a character you want a skin on?
I already have all the skins.
What? Dang. That's good.
I got them all discounted too. I was there when it happened.
Yeah. Back on topic though. Outside of the prize pool, this of course is the last tournament right before majors. So this is your last chance to be qualifying for majors, which will be happening next week. Are you excited for majors, Soren?
I think our player makeup will be very similar to last time, but with different decks.
Yeah, definitely different decks. I do agree with the fact that, players will be pretty much what we had last time. Mostly just because, I mean, the good player, the disparity between a really good player, who tops every tournament, and like someone who's recently started is pretty large.
Well, I do think though that there are people catching up now. We get new people every week, and then someone shows up and gets like a top.
Yeah, absolutely. There were I think more specifically in other regions, right? I think those were the ones where I saw the most amount of different people, I would say. I think NA has stayed mostly the same in terms of how many of what people are. Yeah.
I can kind of agree with that. Like, some people are leaving, some people are joining.
I'm waiting for because we're doing stream management today. That's just all the people we have today. We'll make do. I am waiting for players to kind of get started right now. They are setting up in their lobbies. I think I found a match that I would like to see. It's looking like we have AI versus Birdie. I'm just gonna go ahead and set that up right now. Oh yeah, first stream on YouTube, hooray! All right, these players.
We should let everyone know this is where we are today.
Indeed, indeed. I am sending over the link in a moment. All right, looks like the players are all set to go. Let's go ahead and slide over.
All right, what do we have here?
I think to clarify, it is AI versus Birdie. I think we have the classic AI. He's doing a double Geo plus Ganyu, and then versus what is that? What is he cooking?
Well, looks like a Geo mirror. I don't see many of those, to be honest.
Yeah, no, you typically don't see double Geo going up against each other. It's always fighting someone else, you know?
I think the strategy of both are very similar here. It's just a choice of who your other Geo is and what flavor element you're gonna use.
Yeah. I don't, because like I fought AI quite a few times with this deck, and it's a pretty good deck. I mean, just with the idea of double Geo as a whole is already really strong. But what Birdie's bringing today is a little different. Having double Geo and Sara instead. How do you feel about that one?
Well, I feel like the actual outcome should be very similar here, because all that the Geo core wants is like an element applied. It doesn't really care what element. And then what the other stuff that character does is not a huge deal. Like,
Yeah, I do like the idea of Sara, right? Because you know, the thing as a whole being, sorry, um, you know, being able to add one skill damage. Sometimes people like take out Lamatural's Stonehide, right? And as a result, you can't get the maximum amount of damage that you want out of Lamatural.
I think the biggest issue when you do lose Stonehide Infusion is you're no longer doing geo damage, not necessarily just the extra damage.
Pretty looks like they have a pretty strong hand. I know even focusing mostly on their hand right now. I think AI is planning on playing something.
I would say neither player is like really set up yet. They're just trading blows at the moment.
Yeah, speaking of, I think we'll actually swap over to AI side. Birdie side is a little laggy. Of course, we appreciate them streaming nonetheless. One of the very prominent PlayStation 4 players.
PlayStation 4. You can tell that they're playing on PlayStation because they'll have their PlayStation Network name above their username.
Timmy, you know, like I just noticed that Timmy actually did get to come out pretty early. Ganyu went down. Timmy's. I mean, it's nice that you got Timmy early, but you know, now you're down.
No
a character.
more elemental application from I's side, so I think they're on a clock now. They need to capitalize on this one crystallize that they're gonna get.
Yeah, not having a secondary, you know, not having your secondary element in double geo is a pretty big detriment. It doesn't completely eliminate the usage of geo resonance like other elements do, but it still kind of sucks.
It does hurt, and I think Birdie is technically a little ahead now, but neither player are really set up on like their Noels, so you could just feasibly see them just keep trading blows until someone goes down.
Yeah, absolutely.
Although I don't foresee Ningguang taking anyone out here. Like Burst isn't here yet, so nothing scary.
Yeah, no, but once she does get that burst, that is going to be pretty terrifying. Looks like they go for the play. I was going to mention it, but they're going for the tune all into Noel so they can end game. Let's see how Bird responds with that.
Does that stack with the Tenacity Shield? The Geo Shield?
The Geo Shield is counted separately from Tenacity, I think.
Oh,
I think the
okay.
numbers will display on the same spot, but it doesn't stack.
Okay.
Could you imagine, though? 10 shield points! No.
That would be pretty gross. Yeah, not gonna lie.
Absolutely disgusting. Alright, run to the mulligan. Let's see what they're up to.
I think both players just want lots of Geodice. Actually,
Yeah,
in Birdie's case, they probably want Electro Dice, because they're basically just stalling out I right now.
Yeah, not sure. Ooh, the Adeptus, though, sliding into AI's hand. That could be... Oh, wait, was it AI's hand? It is AI's hand, my bad.
Ningguang doesn't really have an easy way to generate energy without using various attacks.
Yeah, she definitely doesn't, but it's already pretty much at that point because it looks like they have 3 energy now. So Ningguang's burst is pretty scary, you know. You know, obviously she doesn't get to see as much play as Noelle, but it's definitely not a force to be underestimated.
Probably not. What was it? It does like 8 damage if I recall. So like clearing out Sara here wouldn't be bad, although Lawatron on their side does have burst up, so I would be a little concerned that Ningguang's gonna get hit back really hard.
Yeah, pretty hard. You know, even with missing Stonehide, it currently is holding Crowfeather, and Crowfeather is such a big boon to, you know, your character's abilities.
Even if it doesn't hurt Ningguang that much, probably wouldn't hurt to fire it off. Oh, interesting. Okay, saving it for later. So is Birdie like just gonna shoot off an E? This would be a pretty
Oh,
okay.
they're gonna
Chooses to ramp. What is this?
like low-key ramps in their face.
Probably gonna shotgun burst next round.
I think well here, so we'll leave Birdie's screen open. They're lagging a little bit behind, but that's okay. It's just Genshin moment.
All right, and now we're down to the Geo Mirror, the true Geo Mirror.
True Geo Mirror. See, you have to wonder which one is technically stronger in this. Like, Llama Turtle like loses so much value once they lose Stone Height. Unless you brought Talent Card, you can't refresh it at all.
Most people don't play Talent anyways to start with. I think I is like a little ahead because they do have shields up, but I won't actually no, that's not true. Birdie's about to Noel burst. And I don't think they even need shields right now. Like, they have Wolf's Greystone. They're probably about to like two-shot everything here.
Yeah, that really is already set up. No, see, it's so strange. Like you said, we don't really typically see Geo Mirror, so my brain was just like, oh, you already set up Tenacity. Why are you playing it again? But
I don't think Tenacity will be like, I don't think the shields on I's side will be enough to save them from Noel sweep in time.
yeah, definitely not. It's such a strong move.
Now, Lava Churl firing off a burst, because like, okay, so Ningguang could potentially like with Adeptus one-shot something, and that one thing should be Noel if they want to win.
Yeah, most definitely. You know, because otherwise, you know, you sacrifice Ningguang, and then it's just going to be a Noel Mirror, and Birdie is way more set up than AI is currently.
Not way more. About the same level. Well, okay, the Wolf's Gravestone is a pretty big difference.
It's I pointed out because of the Wolf's Gravestone, Pizza, and Crowfeather. All of those are, that's kind of crazy.
Birdie really just playing the long game here.
Ramp in their face, ayo.
Like they want to go in. They want everything to like go down in the same round.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, AI has mostly just been throwing out normal attacks with Ningguang not only to charge energy, but also kind of just stave off, you know, Birdie's significant dice advantage. But since, you know, AI doesn't have anything in their hand to ramp, they're going to be going into next round pretty hard.
I think the pressure is now, Birdie wants I to, like, waste burst.
Yeah, and there it goes.
It's not exactly forced to use it, but they don't have anything to ramp with.
Yeah. Nothing to ramp with, you gotta use your dice as effectively as possible. Now, they do have a okay amount of setup, though, you know, not only having Strategize, but Wharf, so they can drop at least one of those and still land another attack while Noel doesn't have a bunch of shields up, so eat into that health pool a little bit.
At this point, the Ningguang's losing a lot of value, because, like, per usage of dice, only doing 1 or 2 damage, that's not what you want to see.
Yeah. Oh, looks like they're tuning, so they're gonna do another attack and then probably oh wait,
that's it. That's all they can do.
That's all the dice. I can't count. Exposed.
And I think Birdie proceeds to sweep next round.
Yeah. Interesting. You know, pushing Noel's health down a little bit definitely is nice, but it is true that, you know, this Noel that's super duper set up is gonna be pretty tough to outlast.
Guaranteed 2-shot and everything. Well, I don't know if it'll be a 2-shot on Ningguang because of all those shields, but well, actually, if they have Adeptus, it's definitely over. Don't think they have Adeptus in their hand.
Yeah, Birdie currently does not have Adeptus in her hand. Currently, what we can see, they have 2 Wharfs, 1 Liven, 1 Geo Resonance, Strategize, and the Fast Swap. It looks like they're dropping Strategize to you know, make use of that. But sweeping time comes out. Looks like they drew into the cards they needed.
And gets to crystallize on top of that. This
Yeah.
is barely out of Wolf's Gravestone range.
You know,
because of the shield.
I'm surprised they didn't play their Geo Resonance that they just drew into, because that was the last reaction they could have dealt. So now their Geo Resonance not gone, but definitely its power is reduced.
No, they're fine. They're fine because Geo Resonance applies even if you already have a shield.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like it only loses a little value unlike other resonances.
Oh my god, that sheer power. I don't think Ningguang's gonna hit hard enough back.
Yeah, no.
And really bad dice on Ai's part.
Dude, look at all those status effects. You think literally Noelle needs to just add like one more status effect, and then it's too much.
Does it stack? Wait, is there the 3 dots? Is that high? Is that the drop down that shows you like what the other ones are?
I think it is. That's actually so funny. It literally is spilling over.
I've never seen that before.
Absolutely, Kurt. I'm gonna take a screenshot of that.
You have to do this on purpose, like literally. Like you wouldn't willingly put this many status effects on you.
I don't know, like it's like that meme where like you try to stack as many effects in like main game. You put like Zhongli shield, Jinyan shield, Xingqiu rain swords. What else can you do? A lot of stuff.
If I recall, you'd finish off with the Shao Burst.
Yes. With no ramp really to play, you know, AI is kind of thinking of how they're gonna deal with this. Burning the pizza is, I'm not sure about that.
They have to burn their whole hand, and it's absolutely terrible.
Yeah.
But they have to do it for 1 damage.
Oh, 1 damage, no! Do you think there was a line in there where you could have played Adeptus plus Burst? I think not, right?
Well, there was, but I would proceed to lose after that.
Okay, that's fair. That makes sense. Ooh, alright, now it's a Noelle solo. Definitely play the Ito card. Now is the time to do that. Dropping down the Wharf. How much dice does Birdie have? Only 2 dice. However, we can see in their hand that they do have the Geo dice, so they can land 1 more attack, which is definitely not great for AI
I
to
think
take.
it might be more worth it just to drop a Wharf. Because okay, Liben thinking ahead again.
Ramp in their face.
I believe in the mirror match, the Wolf's Gravestone just wins. Straight up.
Absolutely.
Still got burst up, like very ahead here.
Yeah, Wolf's Gravestone, a great option, or well, I shouldn't say option, a great weapon that really helps you kind of close out matches. You know, having that wow, where's my brain? Having that extra damage whenever you drop someone below 6 HP.
I would argue that it's barely cost efficient. Like it's 3 dice for 3 more damage on conditional 3 more damage. Most weapons are not that cost efficient. Oh, that Lotus Crisp. I don't think the Lotus Crisp will be enough. Like, just banging against that shield not gonna do much damage.
Trying to think of like a funny joke out of like banging against someone's shield. It's like smacking a baseball bat against the trash can lid.
I mean, Noelle about to swing back for way more damage.
Yeah.
Now, Ai's Noelle does have burst, but no Wolf's Gravestone, and so that's gonna add up really quickly as you.
Oh no, it's Eptis!
Oh no.
Oh, how much is that gonna do? Oh, okay, 4. It's
perfectly 6 damage. Yeah, it's over.
Unless
Ai has healing, they have to use that Lotus Crisp now, but I don't know if it will be enough.
Yeah, no, I don't think so either.
Ai needs to get Noelle Ia again just to not go down. Oh, unfortunate. Gonna have to tune their whole hand for this.
Your whole hand does suck. You know, Birdie is thankfully out of ramp though, so you know you won't be running into next round without anything insane.
they've got 2 warps. That's plenty of ramp. Oh my god.
Birdie
Does
side,
no
Birdie
damage
side
to
currently
that
only
shield.
has Oh wait, yeah, they have yet to play it. Never mind. Never mind.
That Noel E doing 0 damage and not breaking the shield. That is just tragic.
You guys are tired of death penalty. Now we bring you the well penalty.
This is just classic Geo. Like Geo doing Geo things.
Yeah. Crunch. There it is. GG's.
That's it. That's all she wrote.
Good game to both players, though. I think seeing, because I would say they're both unique takes on the Noelle deck. Because typically, so far, especially someone who's been very prominent in the meta, using Oceanid, right? And now you see this variant of AI who's been pioneering this Ganyu version of the deck, as well as Birdie bringing in the Star version, which is super neat.
I honestly don't know if Sarah really changed the outcome that much. Like, she is very situational.
Yeah, she definitely is, but being able to gear up, like characters who deal a ton of damage, like Noelle and Llama Turtle is definitely a pretty scary threat, Looks like
ultimately, I think all that really mattered was getting more elemental application off than and then Birdie was able to capitalize on that, and they did draw the Wolf's Gravestone first, I believe.
Yeah, with
They didn't
WGS
throw those
first.
away.
Too. We may have one more match. I do need to check in if this person is playing right now. Let me see. Because I think this might just be them practicing, if I'm not mistaken. So.
Practicing? We can run that in the background while we...
Maybe. I just have to make sure. Looks like they're in the tournament, so I might have to just make sure they're fine. Spartan says the Geo Revolution has begun.
Geo Revolution. It's not about winning. It's about sending a message.
It's about sending a message. Yeah, so I just needed to quickly check with the person to hop out of the VC because they cannot watch the stream. And we will be going into Jibudoxai versus Risa.
Jibudoxai, a very well-known player here, bringing their classic Cleave Vape, which I think they've been playing for the last 2 patches now.
Yeah. Yeah, no, they've held strong to Cleave Vape, and I mean, it's very respectable to do that. We have kind of 2 players, and, they, in fact, technically, they could face each other, just kind of like, in other events. Let me make sure it gets right.
And it's Jibudoxai versus Risa, who is playing MMEC, which is basically just Mirror Maiden Electroshock.
Yeah, good old Mirror Maiden Electrocharge. Now, we did hop into this match, partway through. They were pretty close. They were pretty close to full. It looked like the match almost started, but Fischl and Klee are both on life support right now.
Are they? That crisps in hand, could greatly expand life expectancy. It's the healthcare we needed.
Indeed. I've just been informed this is actually a practice match. So they were seated in bracket to fight each other, but they're finished. So this is just them practicing now. So we're good.
Oh, they're doing a rematch?
For a bit.
Oh, they were doing a rematch? Okay.
That's true. I mean, hey, technically we're seeing what they were playing, because this is most likely the decks that they were playing during, the actual proper round itself.
Let me take a look. Double check. Let's see.
You can take a double check. Well, we're kind of like.
I'm fairly sure Jibudoxai is playing their deck here, because they've been playing this consistently for a while. Everyone else kind of moves around. Yeah, these are both their tournament decks. I guess they just wanted a rematch.
Our tournament mod said I'm first in chat. Wrong, I am first to the YouTube chat.
Now, we are just trying this out on YouTube for the first time, so hopefully we can get a lot more traffic in the future.
Yeah, hopefully in the future, yeah. We'll see. YouTube is so funny. It's like, oh my god, you don't have enough bandwidth to handle this, but the stream is actually like doing okay.
I don't know if other streaming platforms have bandwidth issues or low bandwidth, but
I mean, pretty
I
much
find
like
YouTube to be very consistent.
Pretty much like Twitch, you know, has better servers, but of course Twitch is Twitch is Twitch. But YouTube has like okay servers. Whenever I stream on YouTube, it's a little laggy, but you know, at the same time, I get to like actually grow and not be stuck in Twitch.
I do agree that YouTube has like a bigger viewer base to play with. Now, I don't know if it's a consistent place to get views from yet, because we just started, but hopefully we'll be able to grow this channel in the future.
Yeah, we do plan on doing quite a few things here. We've had plans for quite some time, so here, yeah. Unfortunately, we can't. I think I'll wait for like one more round to go through, and then we'll review bracket. Mostly because you know people are still finishing their matches. There's about 3 matches left. It's Emmy versus Spartan, Mistake versus Meteor, and oh wait, no, there's more. Paul Starhaven versus Rocket, and Beaming versus Byron. So 4 matches remaining still. Good to see some of the new faces around from last time.
I'd say there's a fair amount. Each tournament, I noticed there's like a slice of new players I've never seen before. Now, some of these people show up once, never come back, but some people stay.
Yeah, total of 34 players this time. You know, a little. I would say a little slightly below average, but you know that's okay. It is the last week before major, so you know people is like, okay, I qualified, I'm good. let me just like relax.
In fairness, you do need to put in work in order to qualify for majors, though. Like you gotta put in the results. You know, no, gotta show your proof of you gotta show your work.
Yeah, that's fair. You know, what's it called? You know, just quickly commenting on like, you know, the practice game that these two are putting on with us. It's pretty neat to see, you know, Klee Vaporize kind of taking out Mirror Maiden so far. I would say they're holding a pretty strong lead. You know, Risa doesn't currently have any summons out. In fact, they just opt to do a normal attack. So, I don't know. I mean, I feel like you should have dropped at least one summon there.
Oh, G-Boot Oxide was winning the moment Klee used Burst. Like, Klee Burst turns Mona into an actual DPS unit.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. Klee's Burst is one of the most interesting in the game. And, you know, it's too bad that people just kind of became, like, uninterested in her, even though she, you know, no nerfs came this patch. So she still very much holds her spot as a very, very strong DPS. Oh my god, you know what's crazy? You know how you usually talk about Klee book tech?
Yes?
Someone brought Klee book tech, and they played it with Master of Weaponry.
Oh, I remember seeing that, actually.
That was so crazy, dude.
It's legit, though.
I don't know if they got to show off the Master Weaponry card, but I mean, it's just such a flex, you know? They drew into it every match that we streamed. I think was it Kevin? I don't know if it was Kevin. It was someone did you?
What? Mastery of weapons?
Yeah, a Master of Weaponry and Klee Vaporize to push the book between Mona and Klee.
I mean, the idea is to save your book if one of them's about to go down, I believe.
Yeah, G-Boot looking to just tune Pyro and probably do a significant amount of damage to Mirror Maiden. That's a pretty good place to be at. There you go. Yeah, mostly
Mona
just like
cleaned up here. So Mona of all characters.
Yeah, we're We're mostly chilling right now. I'm helping some people kind of get set up for stream because they're asking. It means we might have a new face, so I mean, you know what? That's pretty cool. Oh, can Mona close the game? I don't know. Oh no. If she had burst, she would close it, yeah? I think. She would at least drop into 1.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Needs to... I don't know, Mona burst would win, but... doesn't have... Oh, wait, do they have enough energy? They don't... Okay, they have to. Okay, they do win, okay. I was like, is Mirror Maiden gonna come back?
Yeah. She almost did. That's the scary part, right? It's like, oh, finally I beat MMEC. No. You forgot about me, Mirror Maiden.
Shoutouts to I haven't lost yet for being one of the most played cards in the game.
I mean, it's such a good card in general. I think what's it called? So some people kind of notion at the fact that maybe it feels a little unfair / like maybe a little unbalanced. I don't know. I think it's fine? Question mark. I'm not sure.
I mean, +1 energy in general is very powerful.
Yeah,
getting
absolutely.
Getting extra dice on top of that pushes it over just a bit.
Well, it's the meme. It's the meme of like, it's like, oh man, don't double Ito me, man. I'm gonna lose. I think it's nice for the idea, right, to, you know, kind of make you yourself as the player make the choice that, hey, this character, I need to sacrifice them because, you know, they're not really serving any purpose right now. And, you know, on the opponent's side being like, hey, if you take this character out, you know, I'm going to just drop this, and now you're at a significant disadvantage.
Well, what it does is that when players have to account for this, it encourages them to ramp, save up resources instead of going in to take out your opponent's weak character, which they're trying to bait with. So then it turns into both players just saving up dice for next round and then going for a big push all at once.
Yeah. I think we can actually review the bracket. I just need to make sure it's all set to go. Yup, there it is. All right, you ready to review bracket?
Yeah, sure.
Let's go. Right, so just one more match remaining. For those two who are fighting it out, we obviously got to see AI and Birdie fighting earlier. And we kind of scroll down to the scoreboard. Oh, there he is, Mitsumi.
There's a lot of players here today. A couple names that I don't recognize. A couple names I don't know how to pronounce. But
give people all the 1-0s, so you know it's about, you know, half of the, as it is, just half of the player base. Yeah, a few names I definitely do not see normally. I think this person's actually just joined the server, which is super neat.
Yeah, we got some new people today. Always nice to see some fresh faces.
Yeah, I think you know, I think because there are some people who are definitely trying to make sure they qualify this weekend, which is pretty important. So
yes, majors are coming right up soon. So
what do you think? Like, you know, obviously there's the meta decks, but do you think that like people will majority pick MMEC, or do you think they're gonna stick to one of like the other meta decks when dropping into, you know, dropping into a top 8 like this?
I think that even though MMEC is considered to be the best deck right now, its power level isn't necessarily going to overpower all other decks. Because like the format of majors is usually you gotta know more than one deck for majors usually.
No,
So
yeah,
just even if
that's. Go ahead, sorry.
like you still need to know matchups for other decks too. Even if like you might have the best deck, then like what about your other deck? Like, do you
Hmm.
know all the stuff about that deck? Like you're not gonna get an easy win with that.
Yeah, I think what's it called? It's more to the thing because like people like for last major and just in general, right? They sort of talked about it. It's like okay, well bring one meta deck and then bring like if there's something you have more fun with, then pick that. But I was I'm overall questioning like is that meta deck that people pick for their carry going to be Mirror Maiden Electrocharged?
Well, it also has another benefit of being a combination of characters that aren't common picks, so it frees up your other team to have stuff like Jingcho,
Mm-hmm.
have stuff like Jingcho, Klee, Agent,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
a lot of other decks you can build, because MMEC is not a common like core in other decks. There's not many shared characters, so it lets your other deck use some really powerful characters, like other cores that are very strong.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Kind of wonder. Do you think there's also the funny factor of the if someone comes into majors and sort of brings something that is ends up being extremely meta defining but completely unexpected, kind of like last time because Mirror Maiden Electro Charge is a thing that existed for quite a long time, right? But it truly shined in the EU major last patch, I would say.
I think the majors, a lot of decks were getting perfected because there were no balance changes between that last patch and this one. So people stuff like the double pyro core was shown to be extremely strong in the NA majors, while in the EU majors it was found that MMEC is a very strong deck, not necessarily a core, but just a strong deck.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's too bad. I actually went ahead and looked at our, deck lists for this time, but unfortunately, I could not find a version of the Mirror Maiden that has the Tubby engine equipped. How do you feel about the Tubby engine version of Mirror Maiden Electrocharged?
I don't. The problem with running Tubby is that it takes up a big chunk of your deck. Like you're running a dedicated engine, and because of that, you have to play with that engine. And Tubby is very slow. It only pays off slowly, and that's assuming you keep drawing the cards that you need. And yes, there are some location cards that are very good, but you have to get Tubby first to like have it all pay off. Otherwise, you're just paying the normal amount of cost for them.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I did get the opportunity to kind of watch, people play this like new version of I would say well quote unquote new version of the deck, but I don't know. Like they were taking games, but they weren't actually able to capitalize on the Tubby engine sort of prowess because they never drew into Tubby to begin with.
Tubby Engine is both big and it's not consistent because you're relying on a two of in your whole deck to power like six other cards.
Yeah.
It is it's like a slight increase in consistency, and it does pay off if you do get it. But because you're having to run these other two cost cards, which you might not necessarily be running by themselves,
Mm-hmm.
it can be very clunky because you still need the rest of your deck for stuff that you need as well as staples.
Yeah. Yeah, most of the time, like literally, they would either never draw into Tubby or they would just tune off Tubby because it was too late. They're like, okay, I gotta get defensive. I need to get rid of this card now.
I mean, that's another reason why I think Wharf has been picking up in play because it's a good card to ramp with. While with Strategize, you kind of want to play it at the start of a round, and then you're like playing with one less dice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Worf is such an incredibly consistent card. I definitely started favoring it as I was trying to do my own deck building for this patch. I'm like, man, I really need draw power. It's like, why don't you strategize? Now I'm just gonna use Worf, dude. I get like so many cards.
Well, I think it was like the natural culmination of people of the meta shifting to like people wanting ramp cards, and there's only oh so much ramp cards for dice.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
But then
And
there's other cards like Wharf, which gives you resources in a different way that hasn't really been considered before.
yeah. It's actually interesting because I went ahead and actually looked at our deck list of today, and there's only 4 total like proper mirror maiden electro charges, which is pretty good for a tournament of 34 people. So 30 people are running something completely different. So I will be excited to see the diversity this time.
Just because a deck might be considered the best, that doesn't mean its representation is going to be like overwhelming. Like I think the difference in power level between quote unquote the top deck and other decks is not huge to the point where it's like an unwinnable matchup.
Let's go off topic, but shoutouts to Robot Wizard quickly clearing the fungi event because there's only 7 hours left in it.
wait, fungi event. Well, you mean the one? Oh, free pre. Oh shoot, I haven't even gotten to Genshin today. Damn it.
Did you do the event yet?
BRB condensing resin on my phone.
Yes, let's go. I do that all the time, except it's not on my phone because I can't. My phone is
I can't get onto Genshin on my computer right now.
Yeah, what's it called? My phone is so old that like my phone is almost like 7 years old now, and like it can barely run most programs. It's the only thing. It stays functional with like YouTube and like Twitter.
Before I got my new phone, when I played Genshin on my old phone, it would like crash every 15 minutes because it would just overheat like crazy.
Yeah, when I first downloaded Genshin on my phone, like it definitely worked. I say in quotes, like I could run around, but it did not feel great.
I mean, frame rate's already capped at 30. It'll probably be even lower in actual gameplay.
Cap frame rate at 30. That sounds like a Switch game.
Switch is basically running a pretty weak chip from 2016 TVH, you know.
It is indeed.
2016 hardware.
Yeah, the turn for round 2, we are waiting for a little bit. There is a little bit of a snag when it comes to the tournament organization. No worries though, we have plenty of time to chill. Are there any decks you are kind of interested in? I am seeing, as I mentioned, there is a good amount of diversity this time. Oh my goodness. Wait, what is this?
I kind of want to take a closer look at the Noel deck we saw earlier, that one. Birdie's Noel deck.
Let's get is it the one with Sarah or the one with Ganyu?
Yes, it was just the one with Sarah.
I think just as a due diligence, I'll put both of them on screen because, I fought AI a lot, so I would like to check out their deck and kind of see what they're cooking. Take a look here. I will go ahead and post these up. This is Birdie's deck, and then we have AI, where did you go? There you are.
Okay, looks like we're almost about to start.
Yep. Alright, and speaking of, I have... is that the full deck? Yes, it is. Alright. Here are the decks of our last match, AI versus Birdie.
Both of them seem like mirror deck lists, like, actually.
This is almost the same.
I think I was playing more... Well, both of them. I think I was playing a more traditional list than Birdie's list, actually. Like, Birdie has, like, send off, only one leave it to me, because usually you're not swapping off until late in the game anyways. Like, you don't need a fast swap until, like, late game.
Yeah.
But other than that, very similar and oh no, it's notable that Birdie does not run Timmy and opting for Lisu instead, and that did come up in the match that we watched.
Go ahead, sorry.
Like that one energy came in clutch.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, Timmy on I did get Timmy off, and it didn't really impact the game that much at all.
It sadly didn't. As much as it's nice to get Timmy in, you are playing a resonance deck, so It's the card draw and dice is nice, but I mean, I think the total value doesn't come off too much.
Well, it's not that impactful.
Hmm.
Like, and you're paying 3 rounds for it, and it's also not that impactful. On ice side, it's notable that they're only running one uh ancient helm, but 2 gamblers.
Hmm.
I think ancient helm came in clutch for both players, and I don't know if gamblers is really the way to go right now. At least not in this matchup. It doesn't really do much because both players kind of tanking most hits for several rounds.
Yeah, the I think AI's kind of idea behind the gamblers, as far as I could tell, is that especially because obviously they're not expecting to be running into double geo because it just kind of takes a very specific player to be running that kind of type or type of deck, I should say. And as a result, whenever they play against like kind of different matchups, I think what was it? What did I play against them? I played like Superconduct. Gamblers could have some value because they were able to take out characters with the Ganyu combination. But ultimately, yeah, it's not. It's kind of hard to capitalize on.
At least in this matchup, it doesn't really do much because you're tanking with shields and healing. In other matchups with more squishy decks that aren't going to out heal. Oh, and one of the ways that Noel's just beats down stall is just like chip them down. Their healing doesn't matter if Wolf's Stone's like +3 damage and when they're below 6.
Yeah, Wolf's Gravestone, the inevitable game closer. Super strong over there. I think that's all I would probably say about the decks. Otherwise, pretty. I would say AI is definitely a lot more unique in terms of just their composition because I think they like to experiment. So
No, I's deck is like very much a standard build in my opinion.
I would call Gamblers and Timmy a significant curveball when it comes to the double geo like creation rate.
Um, it's very common like cards to use. So, well, Gamblers is considered like part of the deck, like typical part of the deck, and Timmy is basically like a preference choice of you can run it if you want, especially if your deck goes into longer games.
I guess
Uh,
I just
or-
typically don't see double geos or specifically Noel geos running Gamblers that much.
I mean, it's an OTK deck. Gambler still comes in handy. In this particular matchup, it doesn't do very much, but in others, it can put in work. I feel like Birdie's list is more optimized though,
Yeah,
because of
most.
the because like that +1 damage from Sara kind of more of a slow game rather than trying to sweep up everyone at once.
It's super nice that we were able to actually see them use, Crowfeather both on Llama Turtle and Noel because typically, as people mention a lot with Sara is that she's a little inflexible, right? You need to make sure that you have the ability to swap your characters towards end phase because if you don't, well then no Crowfeather for you.
So I think Sara does her job. Probably could just replace her with like a different character
Mm-hmm.
with that same list and not much would change. So
Yeah.
it's really just a preference of like which elemental applicator that you want. Because you've
Ocean
got
is
stuff like
Ocean is just like peeking up behind the background.
well, Sara does things that
Hmm.
aren't just turrets.
Yeah, turrets. But what about
You can,
George? George is special. We love George.
oh my god, George is like literally broken, a broken summon.
Hmm. What was it?
Uh,
It wasn't.
for
It was funny at the start of the patch. Everyone's like, George is useless, and now it's like, oh wait.
George proceeds to be clutch in every appearance he makes in finals.
Hmm.
Uh, it's worth noting, like another really popular choice would be like Jincho, Mona, Klee. Even I think I've seen Klee double Geo before.
Klee double Geo sounds interesting because the ability to put, like trip mines on your opponent is, like I mean, just in general, Klee burst is so scary, and then combining that with the threat of double Geo would be something I wouldn't want to deal with.
Well, the problem is Klee burst does linger, which is really good.
Hmm.
It also takes 3 energy to get to, so that's a lot of pyro dice you have to use.
Yeah.
Jincho, another popular choice, really good because the swords just linger and it's like a cheap burst. Some are arguing that Jincho is broken, a little too broken right now. So
I think it's probably just because Xingqiu slots into so many decks and he always gets to do his job super duper effectively and sometimes twice if you're feeling crazy.
Uh, yeah, it's a very common piece of a lot of deck cores right now. Uh,
I think what's it called? I think if you want to kind of like talk about how Xingqiu is kind of broken, is the Chongyun Xingqiu core, right? You know, that's a core that you could slot almost anyone into the third slot, and the deck will still be carried by them alone.
yes. Jingqiu Ganyu also a core.
Yeah, that could. I mean, yeah, that just be busted. The ability to freeze people like that. I think. I don't know. The only like quote unquote nerf I would like give to Xingqiu though is that I would probably just make it so like it wouldn't be like a Yoimiya nerf, right? Where like I add another energy. It would be like maybe one extra dice cost on burst, which would kind of suck. I mean, that would feel bad, but at the same time, it would give.
I don't think that does anything ultimately.
Do tell.
Because the swords last forever. There's no timer on them.
No, there's no timer on them, but so like turn one, right, is your the first thing you do is you're gonna be doing like Xingqiu burst, get it out of the gate as fast as possible. But I think by adding one dice cost, since you have no pre-ramp, as a result, it makes it so you need to wait till next turn to kind of get the burst out, so your opponent has an opportunity to counter.
It's actually not standard to always burst round one with Jingqiu. A lot of players will use their extra dice or like ways to like reduce dice cost and have extra dice in hand to get Jingqiu up to 2 energy and then just ramp and then burst next round. So the 4 cost wouldn't really accomplish anything different ultimately.
I think that's definitely a fair argument to be had. I guess like I don't know. I just thought like it's probably because not only like during tournament I constantly see people always burst like out of the gate with Xingqiu or try to get it out as fast as possible. So I'm very used to that.
Well, problem with brushing Jingqiu burst is that it is fast. However, your follow-up will be weaker.
Thankfully, yeah, I think ultimately I think not having a timer is definitely a big thing, but that's not something you would necessarily need to work. Back on topic though, we finally are in round 2, and we will be sliding over to Sumi versus Lyric.
Yes, pardon our technical difficulties.
Yeah, it's fine. We get to have a conversation. It's chilling. All right, here we are.
Look at that. It is Sumi's it's a very standard Ganyu Superconduct deck versus Lyric's trademark Diona DPS.
It's funny. He was joking about it, like, oh man, I have to submit to MMEC because they're trying to make sure they qualify because they really do want to make it to majors. So see how it goes for them. Lyric playing their coveted Diona DPS. Which is, I think, I mean, personally, I think it's always a treat to watch that, because last time, I didn't get to see him play it. They were playing a different deck, so.
I mean, this is basically, they're like one of the few people to actually play this deck, but and they also succeed with it, too.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and that's great, if you can play, the way you want to play, like your favorite character, but also succeed, I mean, that's just, that's the real victory.
I mean, I think all 3 of these characters on Lyric's side is like they're all anchors. Like they all can be anchors, and that's just a very strong play style. Where you just keep weighing them down, or keep chipping them down until like you could just win that by out healing them.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's what's it called? It's strange. I wouldn't say Diona necessarily functions this way in the video game itself, but like. I think Diona has such a multi-use, like, in TCG, she provides shields, through her skill, and then once you do burst, you not only get application plus healing, which is kind of a lot to have in one kit, right?
She does a lot, but, not, like, the best at each thing, but it is just good enough at all of them.
Yeah. I would say I definitely struggle a little bit on my own when trying to like learn how to play the MNTCG. I'm just like, I don't get it. But you know, Lyric really shows that hey, it works. Now,
Well, for Diona, you usually need like an artifact, like Lucky Dogs or Tenacity.
yeah.
Ancient Helm, or sorry, and also the whole point of her is to like have elemental reactions with her E and just tank constantly.
Swap and Sumi side looking like they're prepping up for a charge shot. Now, they have yet to draw into Undivided, and I assume they run it because it's a Ganyu Superconduct deck, so like, why would you not? That's actually...
You know, some people actually only run one copy, surprisingly.
Oh, wow. No way. They're not running any copies. No Undivided?
Perhaps you don't need it.
I think it's not a terrible thing, you know, because, you know, I think people just, like, they really like Undivided. It feels really good to hit, right? Like, every time, and then you just do, like, three spread damage across the board. Like, oh, that hurts. But you don't necessarily need Undivided to make Ganyu have maximum value.
Well, I don't think you actually need it in this deck, because you're doing Superconduct and everything. Like, Oz is gonna Superconduct in phase, so it's like, oh yeah, you got... Instead of using, like, a 5-cost talent card to do 3 damage to everything, you just charge shotted once, and Oz is, like, doing the rest.
I mean, pretty much the reasoning when it comes to running Undivided in a deck like this is just that they want to deal more damage out of the gate with Ganyu, because Ganyu kind of is going to be their frontliner until she falls, right? So that's kind of why they do it, but you really don't need it because you deal so much with Superconduct anyway.
Now, like, Ganyu decks that don't have ways of stacking up extra damage, like, say, Ganyu Freeze, you usually want it in there because, like, you don't have other sources of spread damage.
See, technically I didn't catch myself because it's like, I mean, I just call it spread damage because, like, it spreads across the board. But then, like, you get Genshin terminology up in here. It's like, oh my god, that's like all Hatham damage. What are you talking about?
Oh, yeah, sorry. Piercing damage.
Yeah, that one's on me. Taking a quick look at Lyric's deck, seeing what they're cooking. Bennett does land a pretty meaty hit on Ganyu. So, kind of a dangerous spot, you know. They might need to either, like, drop Ganyu Burst or, like, get out of there, because one more normal attack will seal the deal for her.
Honestly, I think the play here is to swap off of Ganyu and try to get Fischl Burst or Kutching Burst up, because I think everything is within, like, range of getting bursted down at this point.
Yeah, and dropping this Cryo Pearl will drop pretty much everyone down to 5-4 health except for Agent because he's special. But yeah, you're right, pretty much everyone can be bursted down pretty easily. And there she goes. Gonna retaliate back with another Superconduct. Too bad they don't have I haven't lost yet, but I think they'll be okay, yeah?
Don't need it. I mean, Calx could use Electro Res right now and Fischl Burst immediately, like we're right now, and I think that would close it out.
But let's see, they do how much damage? Because I'm trying to think. Is it's three damage to Bennett directly, and then 2 and 2 across the board. Oh no, 4 damage. Okay.
No, the summons will clean up.
Ah, that's what you were referring to. Yeah, that's definitely true. Now, I do feel like, though, you know, considering it, you know, kind of how Lyric has played, as well as the fact that all these characters are anchors, I feel they might be able to survive this turn. However, you are right in the fact that the summons are going to deal a pretty significant amount of damage.
Lyric basically needs to, like, somehow out-heal all of this damage, and I think Kutching E will clean things up, anything that survives.
Yeah, here, I'm taking a look at Lyrics there on my side. You know, Diana Talent card, Bennett Talent card, what else do they have? They've got General's Ancient Helm that unfortunately won't help right now. What else do they have? Lotus and yeah, that's kind of it for sustain. So they are relying on their characters themselves to, have that sustain. So unless Bennett kind of starts attacking right now, then I don't think they have too much of a choice outside of that, but to take the incoming summon hits.
I think they're kind of it's checkmate here for Lyric.
There is also the potential for send off. If you could send off the Cryo Pearl, that works too. Looks like they're gonna opt to have Agent take the brunt of the damage, but I think. I think that's smart.
All Agent can do right now is like attack and heal too, and then Kuching will 1v1 anything left over.
I mean, I think that's definitely
Agent,
yeah.
Like Agent's the best card to 1v1 with here, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, let's see, because they'll reduce the first superconduct and then they'll take 1 electro damage. Superconduct across the board is gonna deal how much to Bennett right now? Let's see.
2.
Ah, damn. Unfortunate. Sorry, Bennett.
Agent gets a pass because -1 damage, so Agent will survive.
Yes. And not only that, we're gonna stack up health, so now it's just a 1v1 scenario with Kaching. Hopefully, the thing that... What would Lyric be looking for, right? Because they aren't really running any sustain outside of Lotus, so I'd say their nice draw would be like...
Oh, interesting. Swapping off.
That is not what I expected at all.
They want Agent to have as much health as... They want Agent to still have stealth.
Yeah. That's definitely a smart move anyway, because stealth is super integral to Agent's kind of game plan. Once you lose stealth, you also lose your bonus damage.
I don't think it's enough though. Like Kuching just uses E and then it's game over.
It is fair. Unfortunately, we cannot see what a Lyric draw. Hopefully, they draw something possibly to turn the game around. But
no,
it is looking at
Sumia's priority. It's
oh,
over.
Never mind.
Oh man, good games here.
GG's.
And unfortunately, the power of superconduct is like too much.
Not a bad match. I think just the that summon checkmate really pushed down what was going on in the match, right?
I mean, superconduct can be very oppressive if you're not able to out sustain it.
Yes. Looking at what other matches we could possibly run into, I think I will grab this one because it is. It looks very meta, but don't worry, it is slightly unique. We'll go ahead and drop that in real quick. There we go. All right, we have Ting versus Spirit.
Oh, they were just playtesting this yesterday. This is Ganyu Freeze?
It's Ganyu Freeze, but with Barbara. I saw it in the corner of my eye while I was like setting up stream, and I'm like, what is he cooking?
Well, the idea is to give Ganyu some sustain.
Right.
So instead of Mona taking HP, it's Barbara healing it back. But it seems like Barbara is no longer here on the field, so clearly Barbara has already face tanked all the HP and done as much healing as possible already, I'm assuming.
Yeah, most likely. Yeah, it's too bad once that summon's kind of gone. Barbara's just oh well.
And Spirit here running classic Cleave-Ape. Looks like Ganyu Freeze currently has them down on lock. Not much Mona can do here. I'm curious how they get full value out of Barbara in this deck because Let the Show Begin the skill is it's decent. It's pretty good, but kind of the big thing I would say is that Barbara's burst, being able to heal your character super duper high, right? So what Barbara is really good at is mitigating piercing damage. So any AoE that comes down, Barbara just heals it right back off. So any piercing damage reactions like electrocharge, superconduct. Barbara
Mhm.
basically counteracts that directly.
Yeah. Ooh, unfortunately, Xingqiu does go down, so no more Rain Swords to refresh for Ganyu. It is going to be Ganyu solo. Mona also has Burst, and Spirit is looking to just tank up with Agent instead. And that is the end of the phase. We're rolling in. 7 health. That is going to get vaporized. Oh, wait, no, it's not, because it didn't deal damage. Oh, nope, never mind. Never mind. Oh, nice, nice.
Double
nice.
Hydras.
Sheesh.
Oh man.
Ooh, not not great.
They don't need it to be.
Yeah.
About to tune all these cards.
Mhm.
All these cards for church shot. Easy.
Oh my goodness, no.
Easy.
Dang. Wait,
this is
bro,
like
drop the
literally
Hydro
top
dice.
deck
So you gotta drop the
undivided.
Hydro. No. Rip.
Like top tick undivided for for game.
That's
Oh,
crazy,
no.
dude.
That's
like-
unfortunate.
It was looking like Ting was struggling a little bit there, but nah, the Undivided Heart sweeps right through, proving again that, hey, this card is terrifying.
It's the power of Ganyu. Like this is why if your deck doesn't do spread sorry, not spread, piercing damage, you use undivided. I was just talking about this.
The Battlefly is loading up for me. I think it may. I think my Battlefly died. Oh no, my Battlefly died. No, I can't check the bracket. Depression. I'll check on my phone. There we go. Okay. Are these people in bracket? They are. Okay.
Their game's still going?
Yeah, there's still a good amount of games going right now, so I'm just kind of checking out who is like okay to stream. Yep, alright, we're gonna drop into G-Wood Oxide versus Skelly. Or actually, I lied. I will pick Leo. Because they have not gotten a chance to be on stream yet, so let's do that. Oops. There we go. Alright, dropping into Liel versus Mr. Rocket.
Ooh, new person that I don't know.
Same here.
Leo playing Noel, Double Geo with Mona. Looks like Leo is partially set up. Don't see the Wolf Gravestone anywhere, but not sure if you'll need it.
It's probably the most amount of, just like Noel's or like double Geo cores I've seen in a while, you know? Is this maybe a sign that Noel's gonna sweep majors? Hopium?
No,
I'm
no,
just
no,
kidding.
no, no. Noel has some pretty bad. Noel has some pretty bad matchups. You got hold your horses.
I know. Let me dream, okay? Super cool deck on Rocket's side, though, you know, having Ganyu, Fischl, and Sucrose, you know. Lots of summons that could have been potentially on the field earlier.
Looking at Leo's hands, I don't think that happened.
Yeah, probably not. Double send-off. Unless they drew into send-off like right now and then all their summons just evaporated.
What if Leo got Lament like first thing? That's
No
what
way.
happened. This is the result of that one card.
Indeed. Oh man, I wish we got to see Lament more. There's a debate, but I'll start if I start debating about Lament, I'm gonna start butting heads with the people who are watching right now. Definitely.
I'm curious who's watching us today.
A lot of people today. Yeah, a lot of the a lot of tournament goers themselves even get to kind of hang out in VC after they finish their matches.
Yeah, that's one reason why we have that delay, so that no cheating, obviously, but also gives players opportunity to take a break after their game.
Yeah, it's cool to see what the other people are doing. Ganyu fires off a charge shot, takes out Lamatril, and Liel retaliates right back and knocks out Ganyu. Now, not looking
There is
too
no
hot,
way
huh?
Fischl. The Fischl does not 1v1 this. There's just no way.
Imagine they have another Ito. No way.
Like Leo just clicks burst for game here.
Yeah, no, they're putting down a Chang. They will proc the reaction, but unless you have something like Lotus right now, don't think you'll survive the incoming onslaught. No.
Well, no.
Are they gonna
Tune's
flex?
full
Oh
hand.
no.
Oh, doesn't even need it.
I don't even need burst. Get out of here.
Oh, they have burst up right now. That's what happened.
Yeah, it's a burst loop. It's insane to me that like Noelle is a character who has such a powerful burst, and yet it only costs 2 energy, and it feels like you get it back all the time, right?
Well, it costs 4 dice. Like, you can't commit to sweeping unless you build up resources first.
Let's see here. I think the round is done though, in terms of streamable games. Most people are just kind of waiting. How is the bracket doing? I don't know if I can feature it just yet. We have 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh no. Okay. Actually, I lied. We'll review bracket because the matches. People just conclude the matches. So let's drop over to that. All right, here we are.
Still waiting on a couple games to finish, but I think most games have concluded here at this point.
Yeah, there's a total of 3 games left, and that's usually when I drop into bracket. At that point, ooh, Birdie with the upset on Robo Wizard. Not bad, not bad. What else do we have
That's
here?
pretty impressive. Robot Wizard, one of the top players on the server.
Yeah, I think it's cool to see them compete anyway, because I think they're undoubtedly they are qualified for majors. Most likely, I think. I think based on what I was watching in the past, they've gone like 4-1 at least like every single tournament, so or higher. So.
A lot of the undefeated players, familiar names for the most part.
Hey, there's Sumi tearing his way, trying to make sure he makes it to majors.
It's like last chance.
Last chance. I must cook cope.
I don't know if he. I mean, I'm pretty sure Superconduct is like his comfort pick for Dex.
Yeah. So far, mostly players I do recognize going 2-0. 2 players I have not seen before. Sunny and then Meteor, who I believe came into our tournaments about 2 weeks ago. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, definitely. Like, even if it's still not too late, guys, to start playing in tournaments and rank up and head your way off towards the major.
Yeah, no, and technically this week is your last chance to be kind of playing freely in tournaments. But while major prep is going, it's a good time to practice. So once right after majors the next week starts, you are ready. You got a full week of practice under your belt and ready to wreck shop on people.
And if you come into our server, there are plenty of people who will be more than happy to help you learn the game, as well as teach you the basics or work on more advanced techniques as well, if that's what you're interested in.
Honestly, I would expect a lot of advanced play because, with the majors coming up, people are going to be like actually practicing, because majors is kind of the big thing that people look forward to. You worked 5 weeks across like 5 weeks to kind of get here, so they're going to be practicing as hard as possible, maybe cooking some very different decks. We just saw Ting take a W with the double hydro sustain Ganyu freeze, which is not what you expect in the slightest.
Well, I think Ganyu freeze has fallen off a little bit.
Do you think it's because of matchups or?
I think it's just people have realized that its power level is not what we thought it to be. Like, it's not like the best deck, is basically what I'm saying, and people finally realize that.
Yeah, what's it called? I think the kind of final frontier of Ganyu was Ganyu double cryo, right? With the variant of adding a second cryo slot, and the slot usually ends up being Chongyun, and that was able to output a lot of damage. But overall, I think it's a strong deck, but once you kind of get knocked off your wheels, like when it comes to something like losing Chonyun, or if you're doing double Hydra, just losing Ganyu, it sucks. It really sucks.
Yeah, it's like you have like a backup plans for you basically combining two cores together for that deck. I personally like it a lot because it gives you a lot of flexibility, and you've got other win conditions now instead of just undivided and whatnot.
Yeah. But I think we are going to be waiting for the second round, so let's go ahead and take a break. We'll be back.
See you guys. We'll be right back. We're back, guys.
Hi. We are just preparing to get started. I think we might be seeing a cool deck this time, depending on if they join up to stream.
You know, it's always a pleasure to see new players here who are willing to stream their POV.
Absolutely, we appreciate it a lot. Yeah, I was just kind of, we can kind of, while we're waiting for people to kind of get set in with their opponents, some of the decks that I pointed out that are pretty neat is that I see Glaciana brought a Sino Quicken, playing it kind of like the real video game.
I actually don't know very much about Cyto Quicken in the game.
I mean, well, it's just his good team, pretty much. I mean, Quicken is Quicken. It makes your damage higher. That's about it.
Now in the TCG, you're basically replacing one Electro unit with Cyno.
Yeah, pretty much. It's the full deck comp is Cyno, Kale, and Fischl. So, you get to take advantage of not only the summons, but then you get to have good old Cyno shenanigans.
Cyno is a bit slow, just by nature of how he functions, so I'm curious to see how they have rectified what they're losing by not running Kuching instead.
Yeah. Cyno Quicken is it's a strange deck because I don't know, it feels like it doesn't I feel like it ultimately is kind of it doesn't really feel great to play. Because you need to make sure that you're constantly making sure that Kale gets her burst out, and then Fischl gets enough uptime, to kind of break down your opponents as much as possible before you're stuck on endgame Cyno.
Well, if you're running Cyno, you're also losing out on spread damage, burst. So you're focusing on single target instead with that.
Yeah,
I wouldn't say that you have to rush Kale burst, because it's perfectly acceptable to just Kale E, swap to someone else, hit them with Electro. It's that will get your Quicken stack started.
Yeah, that's fair. I think it's probably just because there's a lot of threats that can potentially take out your Kale, right? So that's why I do mention that factor of oh, be careful. Yeah, you might get totally whacked out. But the next match is starting, and we are going to be seeing a unique deck, because I did ask them to stream. Is going to be Rain's deck, and let's go ahead and pull it up now. Stinger.
Alright, so round 3, it looks like... Who'd you say it was?
It is Rain versus someone. I don't know who. We will see who in just a moment. Go, I'm gonna ahead update one of the player names. It is Monocreos.
Ooh, both players I have never seen before.
Yeah, precisely why I decided to get them on for this. We love watching new players. So it looks like we have the Eula Freeze, but not the Eula Freeze you expect, right? It has a Ganyu for the second slot Cryo. And then on Rain's side, and the reason I picked it is because we have Zhangling, Xingqiu, and Bennett, not a comp you typically see.
I would say that Mono Keros is actually running just Ganyu Freeze with second Cryo, and it doesn't matter what the Cryo is as long as they're a Claymore.
Excuse me, sorry. Yeah, I think it's fair to say that it technically counts as a Ganyu Freeze. But
it's Ganyu Freeze. It's not a Eula deck.
It's okay. I think there was a joke this weekend because someone was playing a Eula deck, and they're like, "What was Eula there for? Did you just stand there?" I mean, yeah.
Eula is a Cryo Claymore, so
you gotta flex on them, dude.
Because Eula E does as much as Chong E if you think about it.
Yeah, pretty much. The Grimheart stack is super neat, but because Chongyun just gets to nail you with the 7 damage burst, it's so insane. What are you thinking here? Timmy on the first turn, always great to see that. Rain Swords are out, and looks like they're going in with the Zhongling. Now, Zhongling is kind of demonstrating here one of the parts that does make her a little hard to play. You know, Guoba doesn't do any initial damage. You have to wait until the end phase to kind of get that out.
I mean, I think they're 100% just going for Changling Burst. And swap to Bennett. Go for one big Ultra Mega attack all at once.
Ultimately, they did choose to use Guoba right now because Ganyu Freeze is imminent, and that is not going to be fun to deal with.
I don't even know if they have the dice Oh, okay, they do have the dice.
Hi, my name is Woven. Blink, blink. I am curious if there's any variation in a Monocreus' deck. Actually, go ahead and read them off.
I mean, Ganyu Freeze is very standard. Eula is just a second Cryo, so you can run Cryo Resonance.
Yeah, that is fair. Yeah, you're right. It's quite standard. It's got, you know, the proper amount of dice fixers, Cryo Resonance, or just Cryo stuff, Undivided, Gamblers, all that jazz.
Is it running Wolf's Gravestone though?
No, they're not. So no,
okay,
not planning on an endgame Eula if it does happen.
So it's definitely just. Well, I mean, you run Wolf's Gravestone if you're running Chongyun because Chongyun can like anchor.
Yeah, absolutely. Now on Brirain's side, you know, the comp may not be, you know, very expected, but it is a quite organized deck. Mostly 2-offs of everything. The only, you know, the only 1-offs being a surprising Jade Chamber and Timmy. So that's crazy that they drew into that turn 1, right?
I mean, Timmy, you kind of use it early on if you got it. Otherwise, it's just tuning fodder.
Yeah. But otherwise, they are going to capitalize on the fact of this, you know, like you mentioned, the big hit. They do have a Gamblers, you know, in this, and not only in their hand, but that's what it is in their deck. But otherwise, pretty standard, you know, Lotuses, Star Signs, Send-Offs, you know, normal stuff to kind of keep you happy as you play. Ooh.
Once again, just shooting another Frostflake.
Yeah, Bennett is now stuck in the freezer. And unfortunately wasn't able to get off burst yet. They do have a fast swap, push themselves over back to Zhongling, but...
I think one Undivided will end this game.
Yeah, unfortunately this is the case. They got a bit of a rainbow dice, so they're going to go ahead and re-roll it. Oof, not looking too hot. Come on.
Oh, this is fine. This is fine. They just want to. It was just so unfortunate, like the send off on top of all that.
Yeah, a bit curious they would opt to Guoba. I guess it ultimately makes sense though, because unless Monocreus has another Woven in hand, they ultimately can't you know, deal a lethal charge shot because they already used one.
Yes, unless they just normal attack.
Yeah, that is also potential. But I think you still get enough value out of Zhongling ultimately, right? Because Guoba does get to come out. He's going to deal 4 damage in the end phase to Ganyu, which is not something that you want to happen.
I mean, Ganyu's done her job at this point. She can go down and it'll still be fine.
That is
like,
fair point.
Like, Eula can 100% solo everything that's left.
Yeah. Am I hearing Shatter Eula Gaming?
Shatter Eula.
Shatter Gaming, let's go.
Cryo Claymore. That's all I need to say.
Oh yeah, looking to have Xingqiu stave the damage. Crazy that he's still at 9 HP.
Well, I'm pretty sure with Bennett and Xiangling and Jingqiu, your upfront damage isn't super high.
Yeah, no, definitely not. You know, I mean, I think I saw something land in their hand, which might be what I was talking about, but like, maybe a thing, and I mean, I know people are not gonna like like hearing it, but you know, Xiangling talent is kind of the thing that kind of helps you start dealing upfront damage, but of course it is a bit of an opportunity cost.
It's pretty expensive. I don't see a lot of people using it.
Yeah, no, but it's a surprisingly good talent because, you know, after you play everything, you know, you basically just become Pyroofficial.
Better than Pyroofficial.
Yeah. Bennett goes in for the normal attack, you know, deals a bit of damage. Now, I do think Monocreos is probably just going to swap to the other characters and try to seal the deal, however. It looks like they're mathing it out, seeing if that is actually going to work, which I don't think it is.
No, I think here you just let Jincho just go down.
Yeah.
Like you could just no? Okay. That's gonna I think Ganyu's just gonna straight up go down here.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty close. Bennett goes in for the burst again, is gonna heal 2 HP, which is really nice for them. You know, Monocreos does have a good amount of dice left. Maybe they're fishing to drop their burst right now, but that's a bit of a strange play.
Might as well if you're gonna
Yeah,
if Ganyu's about to go down.
Oh, went for an undivided.
Yeah, that was worth it.
Yeah. Now, if they have one more woven, Bennett will go down, which is unfortunate. Oh no! Not like this. Yeah, there he goes. Now it is a Xingqiu solo. Can he do it?
Makes me wonder if Ganyu is a little too strong.
See, look at this, guys. Ganyu's broken, confirmed. So they're gonna push back over to Xingqiu. So they are gonna tank. They are gonna tank the damage of Guoba. That's very good. Now, hopefully, Rain draws into something useful like a Lotus, perhaps. Otherwise, it will probably be checkmate. Hey, look at that.
2 cards to tune and the Lotus. Lotus in a dream.
Lotus in a dream, indeed. Hopefully, no dice to cringe. Get a good reroll. Cross your fingers. Rip. It's too bad they couldn't use the Ito card. I'm sure they would have enjoyed that. Yeah, tune that. Oh, not gonna use Lotus just yet. There you go. Yeah, definitely want to get that out.
You kind of have to.
That is gonna be 6 damage on the board, though. Pretty strong. Do you think there's enough There's enough margins to seal the deal? Oh wait, no, they're gonna get frozen. That's right. Rip.
Yeah, and then just normal attack shatter. That's unfortunately that is game.
Yeah, the increased damage is going to.
Eula actually did something.
Let's go! Yes.
Good games to both players here.
Yeah, GG.
I never thought I'd see Eula clean up a game.
Let's go, Eula sweep. Good game though. I think it's a good honest try to give that deck a chance because, you know, like you mentioned, I think the biggest hit was not being able to front load damage, right? Because you know you're doing so much setup.
Well, it doesn't help that Goba got like sent off the first time. That really hurt.
Yeah, it did.
That's like 6 damage that should have been happening.
I do see a match. It is looking a little laggy, so I might not drop into it, but I definitely want to see it. It is a very unique deck of Fischl, Sucrose, and Agent. It looks like it's pretty stable in terms of the ping, so we'll go ahead and check it out. We have Lyric versus a name I cannot pronounce.
Toad. Their name's Toad.
Oh. Yeah, we'll call him Toad then. I will, of course, in the tournament itself, I will just have it be their name that they've chosen. So
that's what it says in the in the doc. Looks like Lyric's patented Diona DPS versus Sucrose DPS question mark, but rainbow variety.
Yeah, the rainbow variety. I think the big thing was, I mean, we get to see more Lyric play, but we also get to see Toad's super unique deck. You know, Sucrose did go down as soon as we swapped into the match, but you know, Fischl Agent isn't a terrible thing to be on, and both being at full health no less. Lecture application is across all Lyric's characters. They're going to be pushing over to Diona. Looks like they want to beef up for the incoming attacks.
Diona talent there.
Yeah, Diana talent, super neat to see that. I believe it gives you 1 extra shield point whenever you create your shield.
Yes, it's pretty good actually if you can get it.
Yeah, when you play that off, being able to generate a 3-point shield every time without the need of like, something like Geo Resonance is super good.
3?
3-point, wait. I think I might be having a dumb moment.
Diona, base Diona, only 1 shield.
Ah, my bad. No, you're right, you're right.
Now,
I thought it was,
also
my
though.
brain thought it was 2, I don't know why.
You're thinking Noelle. Noelle is not the standard.
Yeah. Speaking of Noelle, look at those Geodice, Jesus.
So much.
Ugh.
Not good dice.
I am curious why they tuned away all of their cryo dice, because they could potentially do a burst. I guess they didn't really want it right now.
Well, you don't really need to use Diona burst here. Like
Yeah.
the whole point of Diona is to spam E, keep refreshing shields, and like make a big enough life gap to where they just can't keep up.
Yeah, I think looks like their Toad is switching over to Agent, but I think that overload is honestly fine. I think they were gonna just fast swap anyways to someone else.
This is playing right into Lyric's hand.
Yeah, drops down. Yeah, good recognition that hey, I have Lisu. Let me make sure I have the dice to do it though. Hopefully get a better reroll. 1 Omni. Come on, another. Oh no, that's it. Drops down to Lisu. Is gonna push themselves over to Agent. Doesn't fast swap though, so they want to take at least 1 attack. But I think I feel like Toad is just gonna deal Pyro, so it's gonna push them right back over Diana.
Well, that's the plan, isn't it? You want to go back to Diona.
Yeah. I was calculating a line a line that was too far back. They were probably gonna go for a attack on Fischl to deal Melt, but it's too late for that.
Melt?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, there goes Agent dealing 4 damage on the Prowl, and Diona is back in play. Looks like, yep, they're gonna use it to drop the burst.
And then Tune 2 for Diona E again. No.
No, not like this. No.
It's fine. This is fine. We're still alive. We're still alive.
Yeah, we are still alive, but Agent is prepping to burst, and that will eliminate both Diona, or actually just eliminate anyone on the board they choose.
You either Diona E here, which I don't think that works, or you have to sacrifice someone. So I think you'd rather. You have to ban a talent though. You don't want to sacrifice anyone.
Yeah, no one's really in a position to be sacrificed. They are considering Bennett though, because what they'll be doing is that they're going to be eating up the Oz Electro application, so they waste 1. But otherwise, yeah, not looking too hot.
No, I think you do go Bennett here. Like, it really sucks, but you do have to let someone go down. Sacrifice someone.
Thinking about it. Careful, buddy. Clock is ticking down. You do have to make a decision soon. Don't blame them, though, because they are one of the more advanced players. They will be calculating, what happens. Going to ramp up with Worf to finish their turn, and that is a sacrificial Bennett. Electro damage.
I mean, it is like pretty optimal because like if they let you stay on Bennett, you're gonna Bennett burst and heal right back. If they Agent E here, it'll swap you to your own agent, and then that agent's gonna get a juicy melt.
Yeah, look at all that draw. Such nice draw. Too bad they won't be able to use Bennett talent. They can always tune it though. The interesting thing is that with Fischl, Fischl's Oz dealing 1 damage, Agent is actually able to take out Bennett cleanly with just a skill, so they can save burst for one of the other characters.
I think Bennett just E's here, or sorry, Bennett goes down.
Yeah.
And just E Agent.
Yeah, they're quickly checking over their cards. They should definitely Lotus this turn. and probably looking for the normal attack. I'm kind of surprised they didn't opt to use a skill, but maybe they're trying to save the melt so they can drop and assassinate.
With Adeptus, well, they don't have the dice to do it. I think you just equip Tenacity on someone and attack, or unfortunately, dice not really good for Libin.
Yeah. You could tune Bennett talent cards away to try and fix that for Libin, but it's a bit of it's a bit tight right now, honestly. Now on Toad's side, what Lyric is hoping for is that they waste their time doing attacks, because as a result, Lyric can ramp safely. But if not, you know, Lyric might be a little stuck. Oh, swapping to Official. Interesting.
They want to save their agent, so I think Lyric's about to burst.
Yeah, most definitely. Adds the Lucky Dog onto Official. Is probably going to drop a skill, but yeah, I mean, back to 10 HP, it's an okay position to be in. Now, Official having bursts as well. Both characters, these bursts are very dangerous to be facing up against, especially at this low of an HP. Good about it, yeah. Thankfully, actually, well, I don't know if I would say thankfully. Yeah, Lyric is doing the calculations. I think they will probably follow what you said and probably ramp up. Or they're considering swapping as well.
If they're gonna swap, they need to Diona E and then
Yeah.
play Tenacity, but they don't have enough dice for that.
It looks like they are going to do that. I think they might have miscalculated a little bit because they were hovering over Tenacity. It's like, oh dang, I can't play it.
They're just gonna have to Libin pass here.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's the play.
I don't think it was worth it to Diona either, because you lose Prio. Could have just played Ancient Helm and been just as fine. I think Lyric's gonna just swap to Agent here. See, like, because Lyric didn't pass with priority, now Toad just gets to get a free swap to Agent or just Official Burst, just straight up. Chooses not to, so obviously trying to bait out something. Well, no, because the problem is that because Diona had to E, you lose priority, and you're also short a shield. So Diona would have had 8 if they first started with E. It would have been an 8 with shield total. Yeah, actually, shield doesn't stack, right? The Ancient Helm's shield doesn't stack, actually. Never mind, that's not a correct way. Official burst is not enough. I think agent just wins with spamming stealth. Oh. Well, okay, they don't have Adeptus. They're doing it last as to not show their hand. Catherine, huh? She's been here the whole time? Didn't- Hasn't been changing anything. Didn't need the June technically. This is the last round, it doesn't matter. Yeah, official's not 1v1ing this. They're like, pulling this off. Oh my god. They had the correct line to play. I don't think Catherine did anything there. I don't think Catherine did anything there. Man, he was by top of every tournament. Yeah, a lot of familiar names here. Yeah, everyone's putting in their share of work. So what stats, like usage or? Oh, okay. I'm kind of curious who the most played character in the game is right now. Oh yes, Fischl, the most popular character. Followed by Jingcho, Agent Mona, Rodea. Not surprising. Only. All right, who did it? Who is it this time? Oh, really? Fish. I'm assuming the deck using Fischl, like all MMEC, various rainbows, and a couple as like Scandi Superconduct and Noel potentially. Like you could use Fischl in double go. I think it kind of goes hand in hand with drop of popularity with Kali to start with. You know, it's no big deal. Yeah, that's right. Next round is starting up, so look forward to the game starting soon.
Oops, my bad. Looks like I was muted on stream. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, but this match I'm going to be streaming is Toad versus Spartan. So let's go ahead and get right to it. Alright, here we go. So we get to see a little more of Toad's rainbow deck. And then Spartan is running a double Geo comp, specifically with Bennett, I think?
Bennett, double Geo. Well, just about anything can slot into double Geo as long as he can do an element.
Yeah. Yeah, Spartan is one of the players who loves playing Geo a ton. They are a coveted Ningguang main. Looks like they swapped over.
This amazing hand.
I know, right? And they're all shiny too. Yeah, there it is, Bennett. All right, here we go. Oh, that's a bad roll. Not like this. No. Oh, pain.
It's fine. Starting on Bennett.
No, they started on Lamatril.
They're gonna go and start on Bennett instead. Lava Troll is just there to eat the first hit.
They're thinking about hitting though already though. Oh, yeah, they're going for it. Okay. You know, I mean, I would agree with you. I mean, like, I'd expect them to move over to Bennett, but they're choosing not to. Probably going for the FTK.
A bunch of Omnis actually, so it was fine.
Yeah. Well, yeah. The expectation with that was that I would expect them to kind of like slide over with Lee Su, but they don't have that in their opening hand. Ooh, speaking of Lee Su, hello, my friend. Looks like they're probably going to swap over to Sucrose, get the Electro across the board, or they could go to Agent, push them off of Llama Turtle.
At the moment, it looks like they're just trying to swirl.
Looks like they got a little bit of a bad dice. Yep, going right for the swirl. Oh, wait. Oh. That's convenient. How convenient.
Plays right into their hands. Just free opportunity to set up on Noelle.
Yeah, just sets up with the no, not really worried about. I'm surprised they ended up using tenacity so early, because I feel like you have a little more wiggle room with how much health you have on your characters. I feel like Worf was the better play, but it's all right. You know, we're still living.
I mean, with tenacity, you can start using Noelle more aggressively.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, having a little bit of setup on Noelle early, you know, and also WGS means that you can really pull Noelle out whenever you want. So yeah, swaps back over to Llama Troll. Now they probably will lose Stone Force because, you know, Toad is probably just gonna be like, you know, take that out whatever attack they have.
At the moment, I would say just posturing for now. Needs ramp cards to really capitalize on Noelle.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I think, you know, Tenacity's there, WGS is there, but it is going to cost you a decent amount of dice to kind of build up to your first turn of burst. But once you burst off once, then it just kind of becomes, I would call it an infinite circuit, really.
I think technically Spartan could just drop all 3 ramp cards right now and pass, but has to see what Toad is doing first before doing that.
Yeah.
I think another reason why I swapped to Lava Troll is because if Sucrose E's again, forces a swap to Bennett. Sucrose uses swaps to Bennett, so it saves a lot of trouble. Also, if Sucrose was doing a burst, there's no element on Lava Troll.
Yeah, as a result, you wouldn't get the infusion, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, just stalling out Sucrose right now, so... Okay, took the bait. No burst this round, and Bennett can do whatever they want.
Yep, pretty much. And I think you're right. They're literally just gonna rap in their face. Oh my goodness.
All part of the plan.
Yeah. Now, see, since it isn't a resonant deck, I was about to say, oh man, they're just gonna swirl them right now, but they can't. So, but since Spartan doesn't have any form of sustain to,
they can still swirl. They just need to use NSC Sucrose normal
attack. I'm like, what are you cooking? Let's go, dude. Taser Sucrose, my favorite. Yeah, no, but going into next round, you know, unless Spartan draws a Lotus, Llama Troll is pretty much out of the game. But I don't think that matters too much.
Llama Troll has already done its job.
Yeah. Drops the Lucky Dog setup on Agent, and we're going to be rolling into the next round. But Spartan has so much dice to work with now. Oh no, and the Bennett talent.
Doesn't need it. It's just tune fodder.
Yeah, technically you don't even need it, but you can still use it because Bennett's still alive.
What's funny is that Spartan is going to swap back to Lava Troll again.
Yeah.
Look at that. You haven't lost yet. Perfection.
Oh no, they're gonna go for the attack. They should have swapped.
No, it's fine. It's fine. They're so far ahead at this point that it doesn't matter.
Ooh, chaotic entropy, nice. There you go. Llama Troll goes down, and is swirled with Electro.
You haven't lost yet.
Mm-hmm.
Bennett talent.
Boom.
About to go in with Noel now.
Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah, Noelle is probably gonna wreck shop. You know, kind of the only roadblock would be Agent, but by that time, I think both players will run out of dice.
I don't know what Toad does here. Literally swap to Agent. That's it.
Yeah, look, looks like they're going for Agent. See, I
But
feel
the
like
problem-
they should. Oh, Agent Talon card.
I think Bennett just does E again here again.
Yeah, looks like they're
Yes.
considering that. They're dropping out a Wharf just to drop an E.
Bennett tanks it all.
Yep. Right back to 8 HP. You hate to see it. Strategize is up. Hopefully they do something good. Because otherwise,
I think we could just swap to Noel and get shield up with well, it doesn't have enough for Geores though.
yeah, not enough to Geo-Res, but I think application's not necessarily a worry of theirs too much right now. So, oh, tuning the Adeptus. Oh wow, just gonna go for another normal attack. Yeah, shredded that Agent so hard, dude.
Are we seeing a Bennett carry?
Ain't no way. This is no longer. This is, you see, Spartan actually switched to being a Pyro main. He's no longer a Geo main.
Oh, this was all part of the plan.
No, no!
Anyways.
Oh my god, I didn't even notice that would work. Overloads into Noelle.
Okay, I think everything gets like chomped down by a single Noel. Like,
Time to clean up,
everything.
baby. That's how it be.
It's sweeping time.
Oh man, I love it when Noelle said it's sweep in time and then she sweeped all over the place.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Salute our maid queen. Alright.
I don't think they even need burst. They have Geores and everything. Doesn't even need to use Geores yet, actually.
To be fair, they do. Toad might overload Noelle, but I think that won't matter too much, right?
Bennett just bursts again. Smile.
Yeah, drops the Chang. It might be a little late for that, but I mean, hey, if you have it, you have it. Might as well. Gonna go ahead and drop the big damage on Noelle. 6 damage, not bad. You know, and I think they should have an okay amount of dice to play with if they want to take out Noelle. Obviously, I doubt Spartan will be silly enough to drop back over to Noelle, but
No, they have Leave It to Me. They
yes.
could just use Noel E with Geores and it's fine. They also have hash browns on top of that.
Right. Yeah, looks like they're gonna go for that. Swaps over to Noelle and Geo Resonance.
They're going in.
Oh my goodness, 7 damage. What a beast.
About to sweep everything on the field.
Yeah, still just need one more energy for that sweep, but
Well, you just normal attack. It's fine.
no, they just they need one more energy to use burst. But
Don't
yeah,
need
normal
burst.
attack works, I guess.
Don't even need burst.
True, the freaking gravestone, man, so powerful. See, I know I wouldn't necessarily call all us because yeah, they're gonna push them out of the way with Noelle, so now they do have to waste a dice to come back. However, that's not a problem for Spartan on their side. Oh no! Oh, that's devastating.
This is literally using the 4 swaps against Toad here.
Yeah. Official does deal at least 1 bonus damage, but not much outside of that.
I think Spartan just uses hash browns on Noel and passes.
Yeah. Tuning to do that. Looks like they're gonna go for the normal attack. Oh. Are you sure, buddy?
Is it not? Is it not? Not quite, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah, going in for as much damage as possible. They said attack. Look, they're going for the achievement line. You don't understand.
Well,
Alright.
I think this was brilliantly played by Spartan.
Oh no, the Omni dice got knocked over in Depression. They could have gotten 7 Omnis. I hate
It's
it.
fine.
It would have been funny though. Yeah, Toad, considering what they've got left, they got a Lotus. Anything else in their hand they could use?
Ain't nothing else left.
Hopium. They'll drop Celestial Nail. It's a real card. Trust me.
To win, Fischl needs like, yeah, that's not much you can do here.
Kind of surprised they didn't go for Oz, because Oz would deal 2 damage thanks to the Sucrose talent. But they're not going for it. And they got a fast swap. I think the hammer's about to come down. Yup. GG's.
Alright, it is
Screenshot to victory.
Knights made of Favonius. Or wait. Made of the Favonius Knights. What am I saying?
I don't know. Yeah, we do have a few other games going on. I am thinking of which one I would like to take a look at. Ooh, I think I will take this one. We have G-Boot Oxide versus that Sino Quicken I mentioned earlier.
Oh.
Which I really did want to check out, because Sino Quicken is a strange but also interesting deck. Alright, here we are. It is G-Boot versus Glaciana.
Well, do we get a Sinos reverse sweep here?
Curious. Yeah, looks like Fischl is down, but she was able to apply some Electro across the board. As for G-Boot Oxide, Klee is also down. Looks like... well, actually, I shouldn't say looks like. It doesn't appear that Klee was able to get her burst off, unfortunately. Wait a minute. Do you see what's in G-Boot Oxide's hand?
LOL.
Lament, let's go.
Oh no! Don't do it.
Do you think they're gonna do it? Ain't no way.
They have a family. You don't need to do this.
No mercy. I want to see the Lament. They don't even have the dice for it though. Yeah, they're not gonna do it. Oh no, they're gonna burst, dude. No!
Oh no.
Oh my god.
How much damage can you pile onto a single? Doesn't.
Oh my god.
No, Mono
12
DPS moment.
Yo, no way. I never knew they added Mono C6 to the game. That's crazy. Let's go. Alright, GG's. We did drop into the end of that match, unfortunately. But still good to see, nonetheless. Here, I think... Ooh. I do have a opposite side POV. It is Birdie versus Ting, so I think I will take a look at that. We just go ahead and set it up real fast.
Okay.
Loading, and there we go. Alright, yeah, so it'll be Birdie versus Ting. Technically, it would be behind, but also it doesn't matter because it is only one POV right now, so.
That interesting Ganyu freeze variant versus Double Geo Sara, or Double Geo with Electro flavor.
See, the real surprise is the fact that nobody's dead yet.
I mean, do you see what Barbara's been doing here?
Yeah.
She's been C6ing her way to victory.
Wait, I didn't know you could revive characters. That's crazy. No.
I know, right?
Hey, look at that PS4 UI. It looks so different, right?
My UI looks like this.
Oh, well, yeah, because you use controller, huh?
Yeah. Actually, if you use a PlayStation controller, it would look exactly like this on a PC.
I've been planning to try and learn how to use controller because I do want to research, kind of like the differences between every Genshin control system, except for mobile. That's pain.
I use controller on mobile too.
Oh, nice.
Speaking of controllers, though, I think Ting is the one who's in control of this game.
Nice segue. Yeah, the factor of, you know, Barbara keeping all the characters healthy is a pretty big deal.
I mean, 7 cards left in both decks. I think the game has gone pretty long from the looks of it.
Yeah.
Sorrow Burst. What does Sorrow Burst do?
Sorrow Burst is So okay, people don't like Sara Burst in terms of like competitive play, but I do enjoy it that it has, you know, as you can see on the thing, it does 2 electro damage per end phase hit, and it also applies 1 crow feather to your active characters. So personally,
so what is it doing compared to the E?
Well, because in comparison to the E only lasts once, and then you get 2 crow feather stacks. So it's basically like it's it's a nice little burst to keep your application on the board, because you know Star is obviously going to be down you know, through, you know, by the end of the match, right? You know, you're usually not soloing Sara, so you can basically get application and also have crow feather in your characters you know, by the time she's gone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like personally speaking, that's why I find Sara Burst to not be completely invaluable, but I can understand why, because the amount of time that it takes for you to build up to it is quite long. So there we go. Crow feather gets applied to Sara. See, yeah, and that is the unfortunate part is you know, since they weren't off of Sara, it doesn't actually get you. She takes all the crow feathers, and Noelle doesn't get any usage out of it, sadly.
How does Birdie come back here?
Not sure. We'll have to take a closer look at like their hand, see how that's going. Oh, dice of cringe, not like this.
Like, Barbara's just been keeping the whole team healthy this entire game.
Yeah, pretty much. She's about to build to a second burst again as well.
No comparable source of sustain on Ting's team.
You know, it's quite healthy. Now, the thing I assume that would happen, right, is, you know, I think right now Birdie is going to drop a skill at the minimum, you know, sacrifice Sara, you know, she's done her job. But Birdie does have a pretty full hand, you know, so they likely, and they do have a pizza currently on Lamadril, so they may be able to put pizza on Noelle. Maybe they still have Geo Resonance to use, you know, every character's application right now.
No healing, unfortunately, however.
Yeah, my brain short circuiting, because that's right, we have double POV thanks to post player streaming. You know, Birdie.
Birdie does have double Leave It to Me, probably waiting for Sara to go down, but Ting just stalling on Barbara.
Yeah, I think Ting has the read that they have that. Oh yeah, but they're gonna try and maximize the value of the minimum and use the Undivided Heart. 5 damage. There goes Sara.
I don't see it happening. I really don't see it happening.
Now, Birdie likely is going to use the I haven't lost yet, yup, and then does have Adeptus, could do a massive hit with, you know, could add Gravestone, could add Geo Resonance, Adeptus, options are out the wazoo.
Definitely 100%. Ganyu needs to go down, like, now.
Yeah, I think they're building up to it. 7 damage, here it comes, crunch. Oh no, not quite. Has a beefy shield down though. 4 shield point. Oh no, that's still lethals. Oh no. Yeah, they're gonna tune their whole hand for it. There it goes. And charge shot. Wow, that's crazy. Dude, GG. That's actually insane.
Now, a very well-known bad matchup for Noelle is, in fact, Freeze. This is why we don't see Noelle everywhere.
Do you mind explaining like why Freeze is a bad matchup into Noelle?
Well, for starters, piercing damage just ignores shields. On top of that, freezing Noelle is pretty bad because it stalls out Noelle burst time, stalls out Noelle's being able to attack, which is crucial to the game plan.
Yeah, actually, that's actually a knowledge check. I didn't realize you couldn't piercing damage eats through shield. Is that specifically Ganyu's piercing damage or like superconduct damage as well?
That's universal. All piercing damage goes through shields.
God dang. That is, yeah, that's gonna hurt you a lot, especially since like your whole game plan relies on you building that meaty shield and your opponent not being able to really tear through it.
But freezing in Noelle in general is really good for you. Because Noelle kind of needs to use E to constantly get shield up. Needs to burst in order to start swinging hard. Needs to attack in general to like do anything. And freezing says no.
Yeah. Stop playing the game. Are you having fun? No, you're not. Yeah, not being able to use, be able to use like, what makes your character so strong, does hurt you a lot. Now, how many matches do we have left? We have one more match left, so we're gonna take a quick review of bracket, and then we'll kind of break after that. So let's go ahead and check the bracket out.
Okay.
All right, Infamous bye. Another loss for bye. Unfortunate. Maybe we'll try to get it next time. One more match remaining versus Leon Sabrizi, and here. Run up.
Looks like Ting and Sunny are the ones that are undefeated so far.
Mhm.
Fair number of other people who have a shot at 4-1.
Yeah, we got. Let's see here. I think Sumi needs to make a 4-1 if he wants to make it to majors. So good luck to.
Yeah,
good luck to them.
like actually.
Yeah. Otherwise, I think everyone who was like gunning for majors did qualify. So I think it's just last one in the gate. Better make it.
Yeah, no, pretty much.
Yeah, everyone else. Yeah, here's the rest of the score. But I'll be looking forward to seeing. Of course, we already have Ting in the stream room, and then maybe I'll ask Sunny if they want to stream. Maybe not. We'll see. But yeah, I think for now, while we're waiting, we shall take a break. See you then.
Yep, see you guys soon.
Welcome back.
We are back.
We are here for round 5. We do, thankfully, have the 5-0 match to stream, and those players are getting set up right now. Yep.
I said, I wonder what we're gonna see.
So yeah, we can say the players is going to be Ting versus Sunny. Sunny, a player that we have yet to see, but potential for the 5-0, that is pretty impressive, you know. And of course, they will be fighting Ting though, so it won't be taken so easily. Ting is a very prominent player in our community.
Yes, our previous major champion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and just in general, you know, like seeing them, like, you know, they experiment with decks all the time, you know, like are figuring out like proper lanes of play. But the match is starting, so let's see it. Alright, so it looks like a Ganyu Freeze, if I'm not mistaken, yes? Versus
Yes.
Ting's Ganyu Freeze.
No.
Oh, wait, I have it reversed. My bad. Other way around. Things kind of calcing out if they want to get rid of both of these Paimons out of the gate. Even considering getting rid of Undivided as well, they really want turn 1 ramp.
You want setup cards.
Oh, well, what do you know as you say that?
What the? A mirror?
Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the greatest Xingqiu of all?
Ganyu freeze mirrors. God damn. I thought we escaped this last patch.
Submit to freeze, you can't escape.
You know. Of course it'd be 2 Ganyu freezes in finals. This better not be what we see in majors.
I mean, yeah, but I think it's still ultimately fine. You know, Ting is bringing something unique this time, you know, with the Barbara variant of the Ganyu, and it's not some like random one trick, right? You know, they've been seeing success in games, especially even ones that output a ton of damage. They're gonna
well, let's see if Barbara's healing can counteract the Ganyu's damage.
Yeah. And, you know, even outside of Ganyu's damage, more specifically, just Cryo Resonance itself, it is the Cryo Resonance version of the Ganyu Freeze deck, which gets to do significantly more outside of the Sustain version, which Ting is running, except for Barbara, of course.
Looks like Ting decided to ramp in Sunny's face and promptly got punished.
Yeah. I believe Xingqiu was able to get his burst out, but is now down to 5 health, but that may be subsided. Ooh, Dice of Cringe. Will they get the reroll though? Oh my goodness, they did.
Ting doesn't actually have Xingqiu burst up.
Oh, they don't? Oh, they don't.
They don't have 2 energy either. That's not good.
Yeah, definitely not. If you know, if Sunny, my god. If Sunny finds the line,
not like this. No.
Yeah, Sunny like found the line to play, and now they're gonna be frozen. No more Xingqiu.
I think what Ting needs to do is switch to Barbara and just This is kind of copium, but what are you supposed to do? You ramped in their face and you got punished.
Yeah. Ramp in their face, and you know that happens to you sometimes.
You're gonna have to tune Liven. Double Liven, oh ballsy.
Yeah, ballsy. This guy's going for it, dude. Now I don't know. I guess it's not terribly unwarranted. You know, Barbara has a ridiculous amount of sustain, and they just rolled into the dice for it too. So, oh my god.
I think this is a bad matchup for Ting.
Yeah, it might be. You know, but Sunny, yeah, Sunny definitely.
Like Barbara can't cleanse in this matchup.
Yeah. Yeah, she technically can't, because they're mostly doing cryo. Speaking of, Barbara gets sent to the freeze. Brainstorm's preventing like 1 damage. 14 dice though, my goodness. Can you imagine if Ting doesn't get to use any of these? Just Sunny chain freezes the whole team.
No, he has Leave It To Me, it's fine. but basically has to fast swap to Jingcho ult, let Jingcho go down, then go to Ganyu.
Yeah, that is really unfortunate though if it happens like that. You know, getting punished for the instant ramp is tough. But hey, I mean that's more of a conscious choice. So
In this matchup, you definitely need to set up like way faster. You cannot be greedy like that. You will get punished.
I think the second thing to call out is that since Chonyun is going to be knocking out a character or at least doing a action next, right? He will have burst, and I think Sunny has just enough dice to not only land normal attack but burst as well, right?
Adeptus will clean out whatever comes next.
Mm-hmm.
Ting in a tough spot right now.
Yeah, he's thinking about it. I mean, he does realize what's happening, and is trying to calculate ways to kind of like slide out of the situation.
Well, I think if you switch to Jingcho, you basically have to burst.
Mm-hmm. Oh wow, they went straight to Xingqiu and they caved up with Lotus. I'm surprised they are willing to tank the damage like that. That is such a tough spot to be in as a Xingqiu.
I think
Now,
he's baiting Sunny into using all his ring swords.
yes, most likely. I think that definitely is the case. Sunny is most likely being baited to use all the rain swords. However,
I think Sunny uses Adeptus, one-shots Ganyu, and the game's over.
uh-oh. What was that? Uh-oh. No, they don't have Adeptus. They're just gonna do a normal burst. Okay.
Okay, and Ting's gonna drop all the higher res now.
Yeah,
all
absolutely.
Of them. All of them
time for it. Oh my
It's
goodness,
just like,
you swear they're a
die,
barber player.
you
Oh.
die.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god, never punished.
They're not even gonna. I love it when that happens. You put the cards out so fast. You're like the game can't even keep up with your load time. I was going to say that like, oh, maybe they have like double cryo dices in their hands, but no, they're just gonna heal up as well.
The best part is, Ganyu doesn't even need Jingqiu rain swords right now. He has Undivided.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, Undivided, an absolute threat. Let's see. Ting does kind of reset the stat. I guess I would say the status quo. You got a good amount of health on your characters now, but I don't know. Sunny's still kind of holding the advantage, I would say.
Not really. They're down to one race sword, no infuse. Like, do they have Leave It To Me just copy Ganyu and use it right now? Otherwise, Ting can like Ganyu charge shot.
Send off goes away. You don't need something like that. Goes straight for the charge shot. Now, I am curious. Like, what do they? I'm stuck. I don't even know what they do.
In this scenario where the Ganyu has already charge shot it, it's not worth freezing the Ganyu, so it's better just to swap off to someone else.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yeah,
it's not worth. Ting is just gonna sit on Ganyu.
Mm-hmm. Swapping over to Xingqiu, gonna tune their hand for burst. Well, technically tune their hand. Paimon comes in clutch. There you go, freeze Chonyun.
Is it Sunny's turn to charge shot?
Perhaps. I feel like they would go for it just to kind of get it out of the gate.
Oh no!
Oof, there we go. Very nice. Now their Undivided will proc the next charge shot they do use next round. Let's see, neither players have dice ramps, so, hopefully they roll good, because otherwise, good luck.
See, but like Ting had Wharf though. That's the difference.
Yes, Wharf, but I think I think the biggest thing when you're playing Ganyu, right, is being able to generate dice, because without that, you know, you won't be able to do your main part of the kit. Never punish though. 5 cryo dice. Oh my goodness.
Doesn't have a fast swap.
True. That is true.
Sunny is gonna give the charge shot immediately. Jingcho doesn't have enough to get rid of Ganyu, so force the normal attack, then Ganyu charge shots, and then it's just Barbara solo versus the world. Basically, Ting is hoping that Sunny has cringe dice. That's it. That's literally it. That's all he's got.
It's actually crazy. Oh no, they got the gamblers. Are they gonna do it? Oh no! Barbara solo? No, I'm kidding.
There's no Klee burst up. It's not happening.
That is unfortunate. I think Chongyun is
Wait, hold on.
Wait.
There's a chance. There's a chance.
What line are you calculating?
Hold up.
No.
Oh, no.
Unfortunate. GG's.
He got punished so hard. Yeah, GG's.
Yeah, Naya, congrats to Sunny for taking the game. Yeah, the punishment, like you're about to say, the punishment of ramping in someone's face super hard. Looks like we do have lots of games going on, so we thankfully will be able to watch these. Pick this one because it's another unique deck, technically. All right. And now we have Birdie versus Meteor.
Double Geo versus Double Geo.
Yeah, Geo on the wall. Despite the statistics only saying 6, it appears to be that the Geo players are constantly meeting each other, which is funny.
The Geo meter is very much just who sets up first, who could break through first. Both decks are setting up defenses.
Yeah, I think you know. So we got to see Birdie's deck, and then Meteor is actually playing kind of what I would call the, you know, the. I don't know, what would I call it? I would just call it the most popular double Geo deck for this patch, but even that's not really true because they're using Ningguang as their carry over Noelle.
To be honest, Ningguang doesn't have access to the level of wall breaking that Wolf's Gravestone has, so I'm kind of curious what they're using to play around that. Yeah,
no, it's definitely strange, you know, to play Ningguang, but you know, she's pretty. I would say she's just strong in her own right, but not having access to something like WGS definitely hurts the way she with the way she fights her way out of situations.
No,
Abyssal summons. Oh, the pyro!
Wow.
That's good. That's really good.
Wow, that's gonna clean up.
Good, yeah, really nice to see that happen for them. Yeah, gonna just take them out. Technically,
has to go to Noelle here. I think Birdie's gonna start by swapping to Sara.
Yeah, most likely. Good dice, good dice. Hopefully you get more. Oh, oh, more rolls. That's right. Oh no, not like this. There we go. That's a lot better. Yeah, Pyro Hilichurl, such a good thing to have. Yeah, they're gonna drop the Geo Resonance to go forward, shield up, make an extra bulky Noelle. They definitely want to avoid the Hydro Summon Onslaught plus a Vaporize from Oceanid, who's staying pretty healthy right now.
kind of curious what Birdie's plan here is.
Yeah. Yeah, overall, they are pretty low in terms of the health pool, and Meteor has tons of stuff to play with. You know, Oceanid's very close to burst, Ningguang's very close to burst and equipped, and then Lava Turtle themselves is just already ready to go, so...
I think Birdie's actually holding the I haven't lost yet for like the really big game.
Yeah, they probably are waiting for Sara to kind of get taken out, and then they will use it. Looks like they're about to retaliate from their burst and just smack, you know, Lamature back from whence they came. There it goes.
Power of Wolf Gravestone.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, no dice to do it again.
Yep. Drops over to Ningguang, uses the skill, heals, looks like they have Lucky Dog on this time, and has a burst ready to roll. They're going to swap over to Sara for the sacrifice. Now, I think Meteor doesn't really have a choice here.
They have to heal. They have to heal.
Yeah. In terms of...
Wait, I see what Birdie's doing.
Ooh, do something.
Birdie is baiting Meteor to get rid of Sara, so he can play the Rezo dice, both I haven't lost yet, to be able to attack again. But Meteor's not going to take the bait, so now Birdie has to heal Sara.
Yeah. Alright, speaking of... Flies right back over, has the Lotus up. It's like... Yeah, Sara will eat that pyro reaction, so that's definitely nice. No more no more potential vaporizes on their main carry.
There it is.
Yeah, there you go.
That's the ancient realm. Okay, Noel's set up now.
Yep. Sir, let's see what happens. My goodness, all the burning so many rerolls, and then it's just like still like being kind of cringe. Like sometimes it calls into question. It's like, do you really want to run? Just like don't roll bad. Come on, man.
Okay, Meteor stalling. They know Birdie wants Sara to go down.
I don't know. See, I don't really know what you do in that situation. Like, let's say, like, in this scenario
the fake. Think with Adeptus, Ningguang. Wait, is that enough?
No way. Oh my goodness, that's enough. No way. That's crazy. Dang, not bad.
Birdie got outmaneuvered. Unfortunate.
Low-key commentator curse. We're just like, yeah, Ningguang, like, she's cool, but she doesn't quite have the damage to, kind of pull it out, and then bam, Ningguang says, what did you say? Here, let me hear it again. Yeah, Birdie looking to see what they can do here. They did drop both there, haven't lost yet. Gonna do one last hurrah, gotta go out with a bang, you know?
Birdie got caught out, you know, like, Noel with no shield, unfortunately.
Yeah.
What they should have done was just attack with Sara, like, even if you're wasting dice, like, you protect your Noel.
Alright, GG's to Meteor and Birdie. Now, shockingly, we actually have one more match left, so that'll be cool to quickly check out. Alright, here we go. Sliding over. This will be the last round of the tournament you get to watch today. Spirit versus Lots.
Slots. Playing MMESD versus Spirits Cleave.
good to see Spirit. We did get to see them play earlier. Lots, and of course, Lots, one of the pretty good players as well, I think. I'll actually check the bracket real fast.
I can't tell if Klee got burst off earlier. Oh, double. Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Punished. Hard punished.
Zap Zap goes across the board, eliminates 2 characters. Crazy. Now it's just Agent Solo. It's a fatuous farce. They're gonna fight. The Fatui are gonna have a little bit of a tussle. Looking to ramp and then also use Lotus to kind of shield themselves from the incoming damage from the summons, but will they survive Mirror Maiden Burst? I don't think so.
No, it has to Paimon, and then you actually want to save the crisps for later.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, since they also have maximum stealth stacks, they can't really do anything. So it looks like they're actually. No, they're going for it. Not going to risk it. Just Paimons. Alright, slots. Unless you got some Wovens, which I doubt you do because you just used one. That is going to be the end of your round as well. Yep. Alright. Next.
Pyra's for Spirit would be amazing right now.
Absolutely, yeah. Oh, to no avail though.
Yeah.
Send off is okay. I mean, maybe you could use it to prevent endgame damage, but it is very close to finishing this round.
Awful dice. Oh no.
Contemplating what to do with it. Oh.
I think Zlot's just bursts and it's over.
They do have Lotus active plus stealth, so that might... Is it enough to break through? They don't have a debuff right now.
Adeptus.
Yeah, Adeptus is potential. Yeah, the hash runs though will prevent that. Just uses a normal attack. Looks like they're setting up for burst now. Probably gonna do it like that instead. Oh, if they had more cards to tune, they definitely would have been able to possibly land a more strong hit. Oh, yep. There goes the tune on Zlot's side. And is that game? Yep, that's game. 1 point over. Thanks to the debuff. And that is GG's. Looks like Spirit logged out for that. So we'll go back to our side of things. There we go. And that kind of concludes all the streamable matches. Right, what did you think, though?
Well, congrats to everyone for playing, and or also congrats to our 5-1 player.
5-1? 6 rounds of
5-1. 5-0 player. What was it, that one again?
It was Sunny.
Oh, damn it, you forgot too.
No, it was Sunny.
Yeah, Sunny, congrats to Sunny.
It's really cool to see someone who, you know, we typically don't get to see in tournaments actually go, you know, go for a 5-0. And, you know, this week having the big prize, because I don't think this person is qualified for majors, but hey, they still get to tame home a pretty decent prize at the end. Yeah?
Yes, today's tournament was a little special because we had a bigger prize than normal.
Yeah, while we're waiting, I'm just going to go ahead and kind of set up the final deck lists. You know, now that we have kind of all the scores in, very interesting decks. You know, as I'm sorting through it, they do they're quite long. It's actually quite hard for me to fit it onto the screen. Was there anything that you wanted to check out while we were waiting?
Well, I think most decks are pretty well established already, and I don't recall seeing anything particularly out of the ordinary in any of the meta decks we saw today.
Yeah, all right. Let's see here. Yeah, I just need a little bit of time to kind of set up the screen. It's a little messy right now. Oh boy. See here, the top 5. Yeah, it worked out to just 5 total players. Pretty neat. Let me grab this person's deck, and then that would be the last one I have to add. Well, you know, did you have like any of the matches that you particularly liked, or perhaps like the deck that was played?
Favorite match? Probably that first double geo we watched.
Yeah, I mean, I think, you know, I would probably call today like, you know, the clash of double geos. So many of them went head to head today, which you typically don't see because it has usually lower play rate. But I mean, hey, the siege just happened to work out like that.
Yeah, we don't. It's not always that we get. We end up with this many geos on stream usually. And then we see what happens when there's too many geos. Ganyu Freeze just comes in and rolls them over.
Spartan's very proud of their comment. Finally, the geo takeover has begun. I'd love to see more geo characters in the game. Like, just in general, I would love to see more characters because, you know, there are definitely elements that are lacking in stuff like Dendro. I'd say Animo is slightly lacking, mostly because Kenki got nerfed, but that was fair, so.
People don't even remember what Kenki used to be like anymore.
Kenki's actually a pipe dream. You don't. Kenki never happened. It's all a lie. We were just hallucinating.
They want you to believe that there was no beta Kenki.
Exactly.
We got 2 layers of Kenki nerfs.
And it's still a god. Yeah, too bad. We did want to see that one Kenki match that someone had, but unfortunately they decided to. But yeah, I am just kind of setting in the names right now. But I think we have, my screen is almost ready. Got it done faster than I expected. That. Yeah, while we're kind of chilling here, you know, do you have anything you want to talk about?
Nothing particular is sticking out to me for the decks that we saw today.
Ooh, I think did I slip over one? Let's see here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hold on. I think I slipped over a deck. Let me fix that. You know what? I think, what's it called? Since it's like this, I'll just kind of have the screen up as I reconstruct the screen real quick. Got lots of people up here. Hang on. There's some misnaming with this deck, so I'll fix that in a moment. But these ones are all accurate. Sumi, Sunny, Ting, and Maiden Shine are all correct. I think did we have a chance to look at Ting's deck? I don't think we did. Do you notice anything that is a little strange?
It's just Ganyu Freeze. I mean, if you really want, you could pull. Well, it'll be pulled up in the deck list for the final deck list. So, but it's pretty standard. I mean, other than Guardian's Oath, and I don't think there's enough MMEC running around to justify running Guardian's Oath right now, personally.
Yeah, no, not really. Like, we saw like something like Guardian's Oath in like someone's hand, but they never actually got to play it, which is so unfortunate.
And then there's like some people running send off, some people aren't, but like number of decks where send off would hurt them also not super high.
Yeah, definitely. Let's hear. There's also Sunny's deck, yeah, just a real standard Ganyu freeze except for the one lament for the funny. They also curiously they are squeezing in a ancient helm. How do you feel about that? Typically double cryo Ganyu freezes are super duper aggressive. They don't try to really run too much sustain.
You run a little bit of healing. As to what you use, up to you. But in this case, you're not going to be using your skill that much on Ganyu, and you're not always using your skill on Jingshu or Chongyun, so it makes more sense to use the Ancient Helm.
Yeah. Absolutely. Here, yep. Get this in. Yeah, this is here is a Meteor's deck list. I'm actually gonna move everything over because we need a little more room for the gang. There we go. Meteor's deck list, is actually so tall I can barely fit it in here. There we go. You see anything unique about Meteors?
Double Geo?
Yeah, the double Geo Llama Turtle plus Ningguang.
It's still double Geo. NRE is considered a little antiquated by today's standards, but it's still a perfectly serviceable option.
Yeah. NRE is like it's such a, I don't know, it is a strange card. I have been tending to phase it out of deck, even like ones that like, oh, like you need a lot of food, so like why not? But it's like I don't know. I don't know if I'll use it that much.
It's still a good card, but a lot of people are preferring to run draw cards instead.
Yeah. Get that consistency up in there. Possible also, like, I think the thing that you mentioned about like people refining their decks is probably the thing that comes with it is realizing like, a lot of things like Lotus or like, pizzas kind of exist to be a safeguard, against like dangerous situations. But since people have had time, like you said, to kind of fine tune their decks over the patch, I think as a result they've been starting to cut, those extra food cards. They're like, you know what, I'm good enough. I can do this without that.
Well, I wouldn't say they've been cutting food cards, but it's more like food has become extremely optimized now.
Right. Yeah, I think I can also agree with that point. Like people kind of figured out like, oh, I know exactly what food I kind of want to run. There's no reason to be running like X card or whatever. I hear perhaps Julian Guoba Gaming? Haha, just kidding.
It was ran once upon a time, but you don't really need it.
Yeah, no, you don't. Yeah, and let's get the final deck list in here. Sorry for the little bit of delay on the sheet. My decks went out of order. It is AI. There we go. Oh man, squeezing everybody in here. Gosh dang.
It's a tight fit.
It's a tight fit. Let me see what I can do here. I might have to make the names a little tinier. That's probably the solution. Here, how many? Let's see. I would probably count. How many of these guys are ending up in majors? I know Ting is definitely making it to majors. Just by virtue of them usually winning 4-1s each week.
Let me look at the current leaderboard. So currently at the top, let's see, NA. Top so far is Mistake, followed by Jubit Oxide, Ting, Risa, Ursi Franz, Robot Wizard, Cheesy, and Meteor.
Ooh, wow.
Oh, hold on. Wait, this week's results hasn't been inputted yet.
Oh, actually. Yes. I'm like, huh. Wait a minute. I mean, regardless, I think Meteor would probably stay in there because it's another 4-1, so, it's another 4-1 on the score sheet. Of course, none of this is like, 100% confirmed. But
depends. There's more than 10 people tied right now, so I think this one tournament is the tiebreaker for a lot of people.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh wait, Cheesy is not qualified for majors.
Ah, okay, yeah.
Oh, I see. So in the document, it's people that are highlighted green. So it's Mistake, Jubidoxide, Ting, Risa, Ursifrons, Robot Wizard, Meteor, and Matt Mario, going off of week 4. If we add in week 5, what changes here? Let's see. Ting definitely, I think, is in the top spot now.
Mm-hmm.
Sumi, I don't know if Sumi actually qualifies.
Ooh. I think I think they might have mentioned they needed a 5-0 to make it through, so.
Yeah, they're not. They don't. Even if they did, even if they did get a 5-0, they're like probably have to play a tiebreaker to qualify.
Mm. I mean, they might be willing to do that because, like, I mean, they do enjoy competing, so they might go for that
They just miss
tiebreaker.
too many tournaments. They miss too many tournaments.
Yeah, that is kind of the tough part. But yeah, overall, this is the winner screen. Not bad. You know, at least it's not a bunch of the meta deck, right?
Bunch of the meta deck.
Bunch of them. Listen, we had that 1 week where it was literally nothing but Mirror Maidens in top and 1 Cleave Vaporize. It was it was sad.
Ooh.
Do you not remember that? Or actually, you weren't there. It was kind of stinky though. But yeah, I think we're good to close out. Of course, thank you to all the players coming over and you know streaming their games, participating in the tournament. We do love doing this.
Yes, thank you everyone for coming in and watching us.
No, I think we'll go ahead and close out here. But this tournament circuit is a joint project between the GITCG team and our primary partner, KQM, that logo right up there. Check them out for guides, videos, and more for all your favorite Genshin characters. I know I will be using them to figure out how to build the 2 new characters that got revealed, Kave and Baiju, because I don't know what I'm doing.
I'm skipping. Don't tell anyone I said that. But if you would like to join our amazing community as well as participate in tournaments, you can find us at discord.gg/GITCG. Also, while we have your attention, I urge all of you to pay attention to the tournaments section of the server as we are currently running surveys for both a cross-regional tournament and a co-op tournament. Being able to play against people outside of your region as well as playing as part of a team is an opportunity you cannot miss.
You're gonna be teaming up with a squad, Torin?
Look, I think people were like debating between whether or not you form a team with other people or if we have a draft.
I mean, and that's
I leave that, like, I leave that to the organizers to decide. I mean, I prefer one option over the other.
I mean, and that's exactly why you should answer, right? You know, these debates are super important to, shape the future of how you want to see tournaments go. So if you want to figure out how the team sections of how tournaments work, then answer the survey.
Yes. Well, I did fill out the survey actually. Although I think my responses were like in the minority.
Mm-hmm. But I think that is all. I hope everyone enjoyed, the stream today. Also being our first time on YouTube, so hit that like button, subscribe. We're going to be uploading more stuff here in the future.
That's right. Today was just kind of breaking into using YouTube today.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely come check us out over here and stay up to date on all the GITCG news.
Do you want to do the cheesy, just like hit that like and smash
that
the
subscribe button, smash that bell,
I don't know. I think you should smash the bell and then ring the subscribe button.
And yeah, turn on notifications.
Indeed. But yes, that is it for us. This is Kojo and
this has been Torin
signing off.
Bye.